Hey guys. Part 4 of What If Naruto Was Haunted by Obito's Ghost. Hit like and subscribe if you like this one, and also please check the author in the description. Let's start. Chapter 22, Written Test Done, The Forest of Death. Ibiki looked at the group of genin in front of him. The trash has been gotten rid of. I guess I'll start the 10th question. Hey! I will now begin the 10th question. Ibiki called out to the genin. He smirked slightly at their desperate and nervous faces. This is the last mountain. Naruto, you better get this one right if you didn't get any of the others. Sakura thought. Sasuke smirked. About time. Since Naruto undid his wind rope, I'm hoping that he got the answers down. If you didn't. No, don't think like that. Even the dobe could get one question down. Naruto took a deep breath. Okay. I managed to get down most of the answers. It's a little illegible at times, but it should be alright. Right now, I just need to concentrate on this 10th question. Now, before we start the 10th question. Ibiki's expression turned even more scary. I'd like to go over the added rules for this question. Just then, Kankuro came through the door, his crow puppet disguised as an examiner right behind him. Heh. Nice timing. Ibiki smirked. Was your doll playing useful? Kankuro's eyes widened. He saw through Karasu, my crow puppet? Sit down. Ibiki ordered. I'll now explain these rules of desperation. There was much murmuring at that. Obito blinked. There wasn't something like that at my Chunin exams. Ibiki smirked. He wasn't the lead assassination squad, torture and interrogation captain for nothing. Even if he couldn't physically torture them, it was easy for him to torture them mentally. First, for the 10th question. Ibiki blinked once slowly. You must decide if you want to take it or not. Decide? Naruto thought in confusion. Why? What'll happen if we choose not to? Temari asked curiously, standing up. If you choose not to, your points will be reduced to 0. Ibiki's eyes flashed. You will fail, along with your 2 teammates. Naruto laughed. Then of course everyone's going to take it. Don't be so hasty. The second rule. If you choose to take it, and answer the question incorrectly, Ibiki smiled creepily. And now for the finale. That person will lose the right to take the Chunin exams ever again. What sort of stupid rule is that? Kiba cried, pointing at Ibiki in pure anger. There are people who have taken the Chunin exams before here. Ibiki laughed meanly. You guys are just unlucky this year, it's my rules. But I'm giving you a way out if you're not confident. You can quit and take the test again next year. Sakura was sweating visibly. So, if only one of your team decides not to take the question, you automatically fail and have to take the exam next time. And if you take the question and get it wrong, you're a genin. Forever. Both options are bad. How in the world are we supposed to choose? Those who wish to leave and not take the 10th question, please raise your hand. Ibiki ordered. Naruto's eyes widened. What should I do? What should I do? Wait, why didn't Obito tell me? He glanced at Obito and sweat dropped. With that sort of blank expression on his face, I'm guessing he didn't know. If I get it wrong, I'm a genin forever. But if I avoid it, Sasuke and Sakura fail along with me. What should I do? Sakura frowned. I won't raise my hand. I'm sure I can answer the question. But Naruto, you're different. You should think about yourself. But the way you are, I'm sure you're taking the question just to make sure me and Sasuke-kun don't fail. Naruto, you should think about the next chance. No matter how smart you are, there's no way you could answer a question correctly. An older genin took a deep breath and raised his hand. I won't take it. Number 50, fail. Numbers 130 and 122, fail as well. An examiner called. I'm not taking it as well. Sorry guys, no way I'm taking that. I'm really sorry. But I'm not taking it. I quit. Numbers 43, 23, 9, 81, 65, 34, 29, 46, 34, 12, 88, and 1. Fail. Another examiner called out. Sakura looked at Naruto in confusion. Naruto. Why aren't you raising your hand? No, wait. Various images of Naruto flashed in her head. Naruto, the day he became genin. Yes. We're finally ninja. Naruto, swearing to become Hokage. I might not be strong right now. But someday, I will. And I'll become Hokage. I swear. Naruto, being stubborn. Don't be stupid. Just shut up. I'll become the Hokage, Naruto, picking up his headband and grinning. I'll become Hokage, then everyone will acknowledge me. Sakura smiled a little, her face turning slightly red. Hokage, Hokage. You only have one thing in your mind, such a fool, Naruto. That impossible dream of yours. I want to protect it. Sakura started to raise her hand. Then stopped. And Naruto? Anyone and everyone who knew Naruto stared at him in shock. There was no way that Naruto, the stubborn, unpredictable dobe, was raising his hand. Naruto's hand was slowly being raised, although it was trembling quite a bit. Obito looked at Naruto in shock. Naruto. You're quitting? No way, don't underestimate me. Naruto snapped, slamming his hand onto the table. Sakura-chan, why do you have start to put up your hand? I wouldn't have to do this if you didn't. I won't run. Obito placed his head in his hands. Yup, definitely. I should have guessed there was no way Naruto would have quit. I'll take it. I'll take that stupid 10th question. Naruto's eyes narrowed. I don't care. If I'm Genin forever. It doesn't make a difference. I swear, even if I'm a Genin forever, I'll become Hokage. I am not afraid, Sasuke smirked. Dobe. Oh well. With this, there's no chance Sakura will quit or Naruto, obviously. Sakura slowly placed her hand back onto the table. Yeah, you're that kind of person, Ibiki twitched. I'll ask you again, this is your last chance. Do you want to quit? Weren't you listening? Naruto smirked. I said that I'm going to take this question. Ibiki scratched his head in annoyance. In a moment he blew away everyone's doubts. His personality is slightly different, but he is a lot like a certain blonde-haired Hokage-sama. 78 people left. Much more than expected. Stretching this won't make any difference. That blondie erased everyone's doubts. Ibiki looked at the examiners at the back of the room. They nodded. Good decisions. Ibiki smirked. To all of you remaining, I congratulate you for passing the first exam. What? Naruto cried in shock. Then he went over Ibiki's words. Then that was the 10th question? The choice to take the 10th question or not? I guess you could say that. Ibiki smiled cheerfully. Then what were the first 9 questions for? Temari exclaimed. Were they pointless? They weren't pointless. They already served their purpose. Ibiki smiled again. To test your information gathering skills, Temari's sweat dropped. His personality made a 180. First, the rules place pressure on everyone to not mess things up for their teammates. Ibiki explained. Naruto nodded. I already knew that. But these questions weren't the sort that could be answered by the average genin. Ibiki continued on. So I'm assuming that most of you came to the same conclusion. That in order to answer the questions, you needed to cheat. What? Sakura blinked in surprise. I knew the answers already, so, Sakura-chan, you didn't know? Naruto asked, looking behind him at Sakura. You figured it out? Sakura exclaimed. Liar, he did. Sasuke stated. He cheated off me. Quiet down, Ibiki said. Anyways, basically the premise of the test was to cheat. As cheating targets, there were 1 or 2 chunins who knew all the answers. Sasuke nodded. Obito scratched his head. Well, Naruto just cheated off Sasuke, so he didn't know about that part, but those who cheat poorly fail, of course. Ibiki lifted up his hands to his bandana/headband, starting to take it off. Because sometimes information is more important than life. And on missions, people risk their lives to get a hold of it. Everyone's eyes widened in seeing the prominent scars on Ibiki's head. Some of the more queasy genin looked sick. Obito paled. That's just horrible. Horrible burns, screw holes. After effects of torture, Naruto twitched slightly, looking scared at the horrible scars on Ibiki's head. I wonder if they still hurt? Ibiki placed his bandana back onto his head. I want you guys, all 78 of you, to remember this. Important information can be a powerful weapon for your village and your comrades. So, we had you gather information through cheating. Naruto nodded. I'm getting a little confused. This separated those who didn't have the right abilities to be a chunin. Ibiki finished his explanation of the point of the first 9 questions. But... Scar Guy Naruto lifted up his hand. Ibiki twitched in annoyance. My name is Marino Ibiki. That's Ibiki-san to you. Give it up, Ibiki. Obito thought. Your fate was sealed when Naruto saw your scars. Naruto ignored Ibiki and continued to blather on. What was the point of the last question? I was getting to that, Ibiki said with irritation. Question 10 is the true purpose of this test. Take it. Don't take it. Both were painful choices. These two choices say that you may be able to become Chunin. But why? Naruto said with impatience. Let me put this simply, so even you can understand it, Blondie. Ibiki retorted, exasperated. Hey! Naruto cried. Let's say you have a mission. This mission is to steal a secret document. You don't know anything about the situation. The enemy ninja. The traps. Ibiki narrowed his eyes. Do you accept or not? Because you don't want to die. Because you don't want your comrades to die. Can you not take this mission? You could hear a pin drop. Everyone's attention was on Ibiki. The answer is no. Never. Ibiki exclaimed. There are missions you simply cannot avoid. Naruto smirked. The ability to be courageous. To survive any hardship. That's what someone needs to become a Chunin. Ibiki's eyes hardened. Someone who clings to the tentative chance of next year, and walks away from their chance. They don't deserve to be a Chunin. There was some clapping at that. Others simply sweat dropped. Well, that's how I feel. Ibiki said. Anyways, those of you who chose to take the tough 10th question made it through the first exam. This exam is now finished. I wish all of you guys luck. Course. Naruto exclaimed with a grin. Ibiki smirked. Though I have some annoyance about the nickname he stuck on me. I have to admit he's quite an interesting guy. Wait, what's that? The window broke into little pieces with a crack. Through it, what seemed like a black whirlwind came into the room. The whirlwind threw 4 kunai at opposite corners, hanging up a banner. Ibiki groaned inwardly. Oh you guys. This is no time to be celebrating. The whirlwind, who turned out to be a relatively young woman, said. Behind her, the banner declared. Second exam examiner. Mitarashi Anko. I am the examiner for the second exam, Mitarashi Anko. Anko cried. Now let's go. Follow me. Ibiki pushed aside the banner, which had landed in front of him. Bad timing. Anko turned slightly red and scratched her cheek. Sakura looked at Anko and came up with a conclusion. This examiner is like Naruto. Anko quickly counted the number of genin, then frowned. 78? Ibiki, you left 26 teams? The test was too easy this time. Obito looked at Anko curiously. You really seem like Naruto somehow. Are you going to say Databeo? There's a lot of outstanding ones this time. Ibiki stated. Bah. Whatever. There won't be more than half after I'm done with them. Anko scoffed. Sakura twitched. No more than half? I'm getting excited. Anko smirked, a shadow falling onto his face. I'll explain more after we get to the second exam location. Follow me. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura exchanged glances of slight worry. This is the stage for the second exam. Anko smiled. Training R44, also known as the Forest of Death. The Forest of Death was surrounded by a tall chain-link fence. Behind the fence, everyone could hear animal noises and the rustling of the leaves. On the fence, there was many signs declaring danger. And to stay out. This is creepy. Sakura murmured. Naruto looked up at the fence in curiosity. Sasuke placed his hands in his pockets and grunted. Anko smirked. You'll soon find out why it's called the Forest of Death. Obito scratched his head, looking at Anko in interest. I thought she was Naruto, but now, she just seems like a creepy crazy lady. Well, I guess hyperactiveness and craziness is similar sometimes, Sasuke scoffed. Do you think that scares us? Yeah. That's nothing. It was more scary when I heard the first test was a written test. Naruto exclaimed, crossing his arms. Obito's sweat dropped. Anko did some eye smiles. You're spirited, aren't you? Then she promptly threw a kunai at Naruto, and ran behind Naruto quickly. Kids like you are quickly killed. Anko smirked, then frowned. Huh! I was sure I scraped your cheek. I wanted you to spray that red blood I love. Naruto paled, but just glared at Anko. Crazy examiner lady. A kunai like that's easy to dodge. Crazy examiner lady? You're arrogant, aren't you? Anko stepped back from Naruto. Just then, a grass nin handed Anko her kunai back. When that was fine, what was weird was the fact the grass nin handed Anko her kunai with her tongue. Naruto paled. That's just creepy, thanks, Anko said. But don't sneak up behind me, unless you want to die. The grass nin didn't even bat an eyelid. Sorry. I couldn't help it. You cut my precious hair, sorry about that. Anko apologized. Obito looked at Anko. I didn't notice before, but Mitarashi Anko? Anko? As in, Orochimaru's student Anko? She's gotten crazy. Even crazier. Well, considering her sensei. I suppose it's not a surprise. Naruto blinked. Why is that guy's tongue so long? Hee hee. Looks like this exam will be fun. Anko smirked, looking at the grass Nin. Fun? Obito raised an eyebrow. Anko went back towards the front of the genin. Now, before we start the second test, there's something I have to hand out. Everyone looked at Anko in curiosity. These things? Anko brought out a small pile of paper. You have to sign these waivers. Huh? Naruto blinked in confusion. He was doing that a lot today. You see, there'll be deaths in this test. Anko said cheerfully. There's something wrong about seeing her say that with a happy face. Obito noted. And if I don't have you sign these, it'll all be my fault. Anko smiled. Hee hee. Most of the genin absent-mindedly wondered if they were really alright with someone like this as the examiner. I'm going to explain the test, then you can sign these forms. Anko exclaimed. Finally, every team will check into that booth over there. Anko gestured towards the booth behind her. Okay then. I'll now explain the second exam. Anko handed Naruto a waiver. Basically, you will attempt the ultimate survival. Anko handed Shikamaru a waiver, who was currently thinking troublesome. First of all, here, a waiver. I'll explain the area where the second exam will take place. Anko continued on handing out waivers to the genin. Around Practice Area 44, the Forest of Death, there are 44 locked gates. This area has a radius of around 10 kilometers. There's a forest, obviously, a river, and a tower in the middle. Anko finished handing out the waivers and walked up to the front of the genin again. She held up a map of the Forest of Death. During the survival in here, you will need to do a certain task. Anko smirked, a shadow falling over her face. You will do a no-rules scroll battle. Anko held up 2 scrolls, 1 heaven scroll, and 1 earth scroll. There are 78 people here. Anko said. Half of the teams, in other words, 13 teams will get this heaven scroll. The other half will get this earth scroll. You will have to fight each other for the scrolls. Anko looked at everybody to make sure she had everybody's attention. In order to pass, you need to get to the tower in the center with both scrolls, within 5 days. Got it? By the way, be careful. There's poisonous plants, dangerous animals. Chuji looked stricken. What about food? The forest's full of it. Anko stated. Anyways, for what will disqualify you? If you don't get to the tower with the scrolls by the time limit, if you lose a teammate, and if you look inside the scrolls. Have you little kids got that? We're not little kids! Naruto exclaimed. Yes, whatever you say. Anko rolled her eyes. Hey! Ready yet? A shinobi from the booth nodded at Anko. We're ready. A final word of advice: don't die. Anko retorted. That's such good advice. Naruto exclaimed sarcastically. Anko flipped around another kunai in her hand. I suggest you don't anger the crazy examiner lady. Naruto paled. You can trade your 3 waivers for the scroll. Anko explained. Well? What are you waiting for? Everyone went to the booths. Sasuke, Sakura and Naruto sat together in a circle. So? What are we going to do? Naruto asked. Shouldn't we get our scroll then talk? It might be best to plan things first, Naruto. Sakura retorted. It's simple. Naruto rolled his eyes. Even I could understand that explanation. We have to get a scroll from another team, then get to the tower. Within 5 days. But which teams? Sasuke grunted. The Sand Genin and Weird Sound Genin are probably off limits. Same with those Grass Nin. Naruto decided. I want to fight them, but it would be best to get a scroll first. Yeah. Sakura nodded. Wait, you want to fight them? I say Team 8 or Team 10. Sasuke muttered. Me too. Naruto agreed. But how are we supposed to find them? Sakura asked curiously. Naruto, how many Kage Bunshins can you make? Sasuke asked. Depends. I can probably make around 300 while keeping enough chakra. Naruto said. Okay, Sasuke started. Wait, Sasuke-kun, don't you think it's weird that Naruto can make 300 Kage Bunshins with chakra to spare? Sakura asked. Not really. Sasuke muttered. Anyways, when we get into the Forest of Death, make around 100 Kage Bunshins and have them look for teams. Fine. Naruto muttered back. I guess it's good plan for you, team. Dobe. Sasuke retorted back. Anyways, we need to get a scroll, right? Sakura pointed out. Let's hand in our waivers already. Obito scratched his head. Sensei couldn't make more than 5 Kage Bunshins without threatening to get chakra exhaustion. And Sensei became the yandame. Geez, I never realized how much chakra Naruto had. Everyone, Follow an instructor and go to your assigned gate, Enko ordered. The test will start in 30 minutes, Naruto yawned. 30 minutes? Why can't they just let us in? Because some gates are farther away than others and they need to make sure everyone gets in at the same time. Sakura explained. I knew that, Naruto said, scratching his head. Well, I thought it might be something like that, maybe. HN Dobe. Sasuke muttered. Team. Naruto retorted back. Obito smiled. The second stage of the Chunin exams, huh? I don't have any good memories of that. When I took the Chunin exams when I was 11, it was really hard. But since it was wartime, there were only Konoha teams. Also, practically everyone passed because Konoha needed more Chunin. Instead of scrolls, we had to find a certain object in Training Ground 69. Plus, instead of fighting each other, we had to fight Chunin to show our skill. Team 7 might actually be lucky to not have to do that. The instructor looked at his watch. Okay. You can go in now, the instructor ordered. Naruto smirked. Okay then, let's go. Chapter 23, Problems with Fakes. Obito's flashback. A scream echoed in the distance. Sakura twitched. Was that a scream? Probably. Naruto shrugged. He closed his eyes and absent-mindedly checked if he could sense any ninja. His eyes opened with a jolt. He's not hiding his chakra at all. Does he think we're stupid genin that can't even sense this sort of chakra easily? Okay, actually it's not that easy for me, but still, he makes me so angry. Hey team, Naruto said. What is it? Dobe. Sasuke retorted back. Remember when we first met Kakashi-sensei? Naruto asked. Of course. Sasuke scoffed. Why are you bringing it up now? He made us wait hours when he was actually just hiding? Is Naruto. Sasuke closed his eyes and sensed for ninja. His eyes shot open. I see, so that's what you're saying, Naruto. Whatever, Dobe. Sasuke smirked. Get ready. He got out a kunai. So did Naruto. Team. Naruto muttered quietly. Obito blinked in confusion. They aren't fighting each other, are they? Sasuke-kun, Naruto. Sakura cried in shock. What are you doing? The two of them shot their kunai at the same spot in the trees. From that spot, a breath mask-wearing rain ninja flew out, treating us like little kids. Naruto muttered in anger. It's easy to sense you. Sasuke scoffed. Let's not mention the fact I didn't notice you until Naruto pointed you out. You guys are so unlucky. The rain ninja smirked. You should have just waited for me to steal your scrolls. Now tell me. Which one of you has the scroll? As if we'd tell you, weirdo. Naruto snapped. I'll just have to take it by force then. The rain ninja cried, running at Sasuke and Naruto. Wait, what? Sakura blinked in surprise. Sasuke made a few hand seals. Rat. Tiger. Dog. Ox. Rabbit. Tiger. Katon. Hausenka no Jutsu. Sasuke cried. Phoenix Flower Technique. The rain nin swiftly dodged it, and threw some kunai at Naruto and Sasuke. The two of them dodged the kunai easily, but their eyes widened in unison. Explosion tags. Sasuke and Naruto headed in opposite directions, jumping out of the explosion. Futon, Kaze no Yaiba no Jutsu. Naruto cried. Wind Sword Technique. A flurry of invisible swords went towards the rain nin. The rain nin scoffed. What are you doing? That didn't do anything. Obito's sweat dropped. Doesn't he know? Wind techniques are invisible. Sakura winced at the sight of the rain nin being cut, blood spurting out. Even Naruto and Sasuke seemed a little queasy. The three genin came back together, looking at the heavily injured rain nin. Damn you, Futon, Kaze no Nawa no Jutsu, Naruto said, his fingers in a hand seal. Wind rope technique. Wind ropes came and pinned the rain nin down. Okay then. Let's see scroll. Naruto muttered, trying not to look at the nin's injuries. Here it is, Sasuke scoffed. You're sure idiotic to go out by yourself with the scroll. Oh, come on. It's the heaven scroll, Naruto complained. Sasuke turned around. We have to find another scroll then. We have the heaven scroll as well. Sakura looked at the rain nin in slight worry. Is it alright to leave him there? It should be. Don't worry. I'm sure his teammates will come soon. Naruto grinned. True. Sasuke muttered. Oh. Okay. Sakura said. Let's go, already. Naruto grinned again and went further into the forest. We need to get to the tower. I need to go to the washroom. Naruto stated. We shouldn't get separated, Naruto. Sakura cried. What? Then you want me to do it here? Naruto blinked, turning his head to the side. There was a questioning look on his face. Obito snickered softly. No! Sakura objected loudly. Okay then. Let's make a code word then, Sasuke suggested. And if they get the code word wrong, assume they're the enemy, no matter what they look like. There's hench, after all. Yeah, sure. Naruto nodded. So, what's the code word? I'm only going to say this once, so listen carefully, Sasuke stated. The Nin song, Nin machine. When this is asked, answer with. The grass Nin listening from underground drew in, trying to hear the code word. Sasuke muttered the code word to Naruto and Sakura. Naruto promptly groaned. How are we supposed to remember that? You're such an idiot. I memorized it already, Sakura exclaimed, and the grass Nin smirked triumphantly. So did I. I suppose I'll make my distraction now. Naruto and Sasuke's eyes widened in unison. Hide. More enemies, Sasuke stated urgently. What? Sakura cried. She jumped into the bushes right before a flurry of explosion tags hit the place Team 7 was sitting. Sasuke watched the 3 grass Nin that had thrown the explosion tags. Who are they? Naruto, on the other hand, was really annoyed. I need to go to the washroom. Obito's sweat dropped, looking up at the trees. Is this really the time? Naruto flipped around and glared at Obito. Of course it's the time. What if I accident, ly? He trailed off as his gaze looked up at the giant shadow closing in on him. Obito scratched his head. Yes? Accidentally what? Naruto jumped back, his hands coming automatically into a hand seal. I told you that it was a bad idea hiding so far away from Sasuke and Sakura. What? Obito looked behind himself and promptly floated backwards. That's a snake? A giant snake? Yes, a snake. A snake of ridiculously big size. See? I told you so. I told you that it was a bad idea, but no. Naruto trailed off into a series of annoyed mutterings. Okay. So I was wrong. So take care of this snake. Obito looked up at the snake nervously. I think it's looking at me. And it looks hungry. It can't look at you. You're invisible. Naruto rolled his eyes. It's looking at me. The snake opened his mouth wide and jumped at Naruto. Oh, Naruto said simply. Then his natural instincts came through and he automatically dodged the snake. Futon, Kaze no Yaiba no Jutsu. Naruto cried, his hands in a familiar hand seal. Wind sword technique. The snake's eye flashed at Naruto, and he simply fell to the ground, the wind swords going past the snake's body harmlessly. Naruto paled. Did you see that? That snake's smart. Maybe it's a summoning? Obito suggested in worry, looking up at the snake. Whatever. Who cares, I'll just destroy this guy anyhow. Naruto retorted, placing his hands in another hand seal. Futon, Kaze and Ak. Naruto! Obito cried in shock. While both Obito and Naruto were distracted by the snake's main body, the snake's tail had whipped around and grabbed Naruto. The tail lifted Naruto up to his mouth and swallowed him whole. Naruto! Obito cried, running up to the snake. His eyes narrowed and he banged on the snake's body in pure fury. His hands simply passed through the snake's body without any resistance at all. Let him go. Let him go, you stupid snake! Obito exclaimed worriedly. No. No. Why? Why what, you idiot? A muffled voice came from inside the snake. Futon, Kaze no Yaiba no Jutsu. Wind sword technique. The snake's eyes bulged, right before the snake broke into pieces, blood and guts splattering around the clearing and in the trees. Obito winced as a few splatters flew through him. That feels weird. Obito murmured. You think that feels weird? Naruto complained, trying to brush off the excess blood and guts on him. It just went right through you. Try being covered in this stuff. My clothes are bright red. That'll turn brown once it dries. You better get it cleaned up quickly, Obito advised. But that isn't really important right now, is it? Thanks for the warning, but seriously, is there anything I can do about this right now? Naruto retorted, stepping out of the leftover snake car ass. And you're right, that's not important. We need to find Sasuke and Sakura-chan. I think they were that way somewhere. Obito gestured vaguely in the northwest direction. Gee, thanks a lot. Naruto rolled his eyes while shaking his head fiercely. Blood splattered onto the ground. I never knew being eaten by a snake could be so messy. I think it was the cutting it apart that was the problem, Obito retorted, twitching as another drop of blood flew through him. Why don't you just make some more Kage Bunshins and get them to find Sakura and Sasuke? Good idea! Naruto exclaimed, forming his hands into a cross-shaped seal. Kage Bunshin. 30 or so Kage Bunshins appeared in the clearing. Only 30? Obito commented with slight confusion. I've got another 100 or so running around the forest. I want to preserve my chakra. Naruto explained. Okay, everyone. Let's find Sasuke and Sakura. Yeah, got it. All of the Kage Bunshin scattered in different directions. Okay, let's get going as well, Obito. Naruto grinned and headed in a random direction. His grin slowly faded from his face. Team. Sakura-chan, you better be alright. Sasuke got up from the ground, a leaf falling from his hair. There's Sakura. Sasuke-kun! Sakura cried, her hands clasped together. Wait! Sasuke got out his kunai, aiming it at Sakura. First the code word. Nin song, Nin machine. Oh yeah! Sakura started to sweat, taking a deep breath. That is, she quickly recalled the code word, then blathered it out. Good. Sasuke drew back his kunai. Just then, someone else came up to Sasuke and Sakura. Hey! Are you guys alright, Naruto? Sasuke blinked. Okay. The code word, Nin song, Nin machine. Oh yeah? Naruto exclaimed. He said the long code word without missing a beat. Thank goodness. Sakura sighed in relief. Sasuke smirked. Just one last test. Dope. Naruto walked up to Sasuke and Sakura, not even listening to Sasuke. So, what should we what? A kunai flew towards Naruto, who promptly dodged it. What are you doing, Sasuke-kun? Why? Naruto said the code word properly. Sakura exclaimed, turning towards Sasuke with an expression of shock. Sasuke ignored Sakura and simply got out another kunai. So, it's someone good enough to dodge my attacks. What are you talking about? Sakura cried. Naruto smiled creepily. Impressive. A puff of smoke surrounded Naruto, and from it the grass Nin appeared. How did you know? I knew you were listening from underground. So, I made the code word something like that. Sasuke explained. I figured Naruto wouldn't be able to remember it. I see. The grass Nin muttered. That's not all. Sasuke continued, his smirk getting bigger. Whenever I call Naruto Dobe, he promptly calls me team back. I guess there's still a chance that he just wasn't listening to me, and that he managed to remember the code word, but Naruto could dodge my kunai easily anyways. So better to be safe than sorry. Very impressive, as I thought you were. The grass Nin smiled again, causing shivers to crawl up Sakura's back. This will be more fun than I thought. Naruto, more specifically, one of the Kage Bunshins Naruto made to search for other teams, blinked as he looked down at the two fighting teams in front of him. He was sitting on a branch up in a tree. Let's see. Naruto muttered, his eyes flitting from one team to another. One team's from Rain, and the other's from... I don't recognize that headband. Looks like Rain is winning. Naruto winced as one of the Rain Nin stabbed the other ninja in the legs, preventing him from moving. Horrible. At least he's not dead. Naruto muttered, watching blood splatter on the ground. But both teams would probably just kill me if I jumped down to help. The other Rain Nin promptly defeated the other genin. Then all three of the Rain Nin turned towards the final ninja. Taku. Haruko, the genin said in shock, looking at the groaning and injured bodies of his teammates. His eyes narrowed in anger. You, this wouldn't have happened if you had given us your scroll in the first place. A male Rain Nin said mercilessly. There's no way we can pass now. The final genin murmured, his eyes flashing. But I can stop you guys from passing. He jumped in front of his teammates, and formed a few different hand seals. Katan, Daimahai no Jutsu. Great magical fire technique. A giant wave of fire engulfed the Rain Nin, who started to scream. The fire slowly burned out, and from the ashes the burnt and brown bodies of the Rain Nin appeared. Naruto resisted the urge to cry out. I'm glad I was behind that genin who did the technique. But the Rain Nin didn't have to get killed in that way. For that matter, why didn't that genin use that technique in the first place? Naruto turned to the genin who had done the technique and blinked. That technique probably cost him all of his chakra. He's got chakra exhaustion now. And he seems somehow burnt slightly. Maybe that daimoni something or other causes harm to the user? All of the 6 genin who were fighting were now either unconscious or dead. Naruto hesitated. Even if I don't take their scrolls, someone else will. Maybe. I feel guilty. I should have helped. No, there was nothing I could have done. Whatever. The way they are right now, they can't continue. I'll take the scroll. He jumped down and ruffled around in the genin's pockets and backpacks. Here it is. It's the Earth Scroll. I don't want to take the Rain Nin scroll. They're dead. They should keep their scroll at least. Boss only needs the Earth Scroll. After all, no need for extras. Plus, if the genin wake up, they can take the scroll from the Rain Nin themselves. The Kage Bunshin of Naruto made another Kage Bunshin and dispersed it to alert the original that they had a scroll, and so he made his way towards the Kage Bunshin. He walked up the tree and crouched down on a branch to wait for the original. I still feel sort of guilty. Maybe I should give it back. No, that's stupid. Naruto blinked as the Kage Bunshin's memories merged into his own. His expression grew slightly guilty. What's the matter, Naruto? Obito asked. Oh, it's great being able to talk. One of my Kage Bunshins managed to get a scroll. Naruto explained. Isn't that good? Obito blinked in confusion. They took it from a ninja who was unconscious that they didn't defeat. Naruto said. It was a different team that defeated that ninja. And that team that defeated that ninja ended up dead as well, burnt brown. Obito sighed, looking up at the sky. Naruto. We're ninja. You did the right thing, but… Naruto hesitated. Still, the Chunin exams are just like a replacement for war. Obito looked at Naruto. In war, you do anything to win. Taking something from a ninja who's unconscious is normal, but the Rain Nin got killed and I didn't help. Naruto said. Look, Naruto. Obito grinned at Naruto. You're really nice. And that's great. You care about your comrades, you even extend that to enemies. But the fact is, Shinobi will take advantage of any weakness. Naruto was quiet for once, watching Obito in silence. Obito's eyes clouded, appearing to be remembering something painful. You need to not worry about every single enemy you meet. Or, you might get into trouble. Trouble? Naruto blinked in confusion. When I was 9, I graduated the academy. Obito continued on floating forwards, keeping an eye out for Sasuke and Sakura. I wasn't with Kakashi, Minato-sensei, and Rin at the very start. For around the first year. At the start, I was with a different team, and on that team there was someone sort of like you, Naruto. Naruto blinked. In what way? He wasn't the type to sympathize with everyone, like you. But he disliked killing. And he was more quiet, less cheerful. It was his dislike of killing that killed him. Flashback start. Hi, Haruki. Obito waved. Kazuko, Masaru-sensei. You see, there was a black cat and I had to take the long way around. In front of Obito, 3 shinobi regarded Obito with annoyance. 1. Kazuko was a young purple-haired girl with simple green clothes. Haruki was a green-black-haired boy with brown and blue clothing. Finally, the final shinobi was a man with platinum blonde hair. He seemed like a Yamanaka. That's a blatant lie, Haruki said with annoyance. Obito, you have to start coming on time. Masaru, Obito's Jonin-sensei, sighed. It'll become a problem if you're late to something really important. That's right, Obito! Kazuko exclaimed. Yeah. Obito waved off their complaints. Whatever you say. So? What are we going to do today, Masaru-sensei? We have a easy C-ranked mission today. Masaru explained. It's a simple reconnaissance mission. All we have to do is check the borderline and make sure the teams on the borderline are doing their mission properly. Okay. Let's go, everyone. Obito exclaimed, flipping around with excitement. Wait, Obito. You don't know where we're going, are you? Hazuki sighed quietly. Obito twitched. Masaru looked around the encampment of the Konoha teams and frowned. They were in a forest close to the sand border. Masaru-sensei, is this the place where the Konoha teams are stationed? Haruki inquired in curiosity. Yes, but… something's wrong, Masaru murmured. Obito walked up to a tent and peeked inside. His eyes widened and he fell back, crying out. Obito's expression contorted into a look of horror and shock. What's the matter, Obito? Kazuko asked. Blood dead? They're dead. Obito cried in horror, crawling back. I knew something was wrong, Masaru exclaimed, walking up to the tent. Obito stepped back. Obito didn't hesitate to get away. Masaru examined the gruesome scene with a slightly disgruntled expression. Who did this? No. That's not the problem. The blood is still wet. The people who did this are still around here. Masaru jumped out of the tent in haste, looking around furiously. Obito! Kazuko! Haruki! We need to go, huh? Kazuko blinked in confusion. It looks like you noticed. A voice noted. 4IWA Nin jumped down and smirked at Masaru. A team of genin and one jonin, huh? This'll be easy. The IWA Nin jumped towards Masaru at once. Masaru blocked them with a couple of kunai, and glanced back at his team. What are you doing? Go! Now! The three of them hesitated, but jumped into the forest. Obito, Kazuko, and Haruki ran through the trees. Obito looked behind them in worry. Do you think Masaru-sensei's alright? Kazuko squeezed her eyes shut. I don't know. We don't know. But there's nothing we can do. Haruki clenched his fists in despair. Why? Why? Obito thought. It was supposed to be a simple reconnaissance mission. How were we supposed to know that the team stationed on the sand border had been killed by IWA Nin who had snuck up to them? How are three genin supposed to fight against a team of chunin? Another IWA Nin suddenly jumped in front of the three of them. Obito froze in shock, as Kazuko and Haruki promptly took out kunai while shivering. Genin, huh? The IWA Nin smiled. He was a young kid of around 13 years of age. There's no way you can beat a chunin like me. Team, what did you do to Masaru-sensei? Obito cried. How cute, you're worried about your sensei. The IWA Nin chuckled. Don't worry. Since there's only one of him, his teammates are probably still fighting Masaru-sensei. Haruki said. Okay. Let's defeat this guy. Obito exclaimed. Haruki coughed up some blood as he placed his kunai on the IWA Nin's throat. How? I'm a chunin. The IWA Nin muttered. I'm nearly a chunin as well. Haruki murmured. I'm already 11. I'm going to take the chunin exams soon. I'm a Uchiha. Obito cried. Even though I haven't activated my Sharingan yet, there's no way an IWA chunin by himself could beat us. Kazuko smiled happily. Haruki withdrew his kunai. He can't move anymore. Let's go and help Masaru-sensei. Kazuko frowned. Haruki, it's best safe than sorry. Haruki shook his head fiercely. I don't want to kill him. Don't lower yourself to their level. Obito hesitated, but nodded. Okay, the IWA Nin smirked. Idiots. Doton, Doken no Jutsu. The IWA Nin muttered, his leg bleeding. Earth spear technique. Haruki's eyes widened. His gaze looked towards the spear protruding from his chest. He fell to the ground. Ha ha, Haruki. Obito cried in despair. Now, for you guys, the IWA Nin muttered. Then his eyes widened. What? Masaru regarded the IWA Nin with a cold expression. How does it feel like to be killed in the same way you killed everyone else? The IWA Nin swore as his lifeblood bled away from the hole in his chest. Die. Masaru stated, taking out his sword from the IWA Nin's chest. Masaru-sensei. Haruki's. Haruki's. Kazuko started crying fiercely. Masaru looked at Haruki with a worried expression. He walked up to Haruki with hesitation, and kneeled down next to him. He shook his head in resignment. This is my fault. Obito started to cry as well. If only I was stronger. I don't care about the stupid rules. I'll protect my teammates from now on. Flashback end. Oh. So that's why. Naruto murmured. Yeah. Naruto, it's fine to be merciful. But always be careful. Obito hesitated, looking at the treetops. Don't join me, in other words. Of course. Naruto grinned, his eyes narrowing in determination. So, I'll help Sasuke and Sakura too. I won't let my comrades be killed either. That's right. Obito smiled. Then blinked. Hey! What was that explosion? Not too far away from where Naruto and Obito were, smoke came up into the air. Oh! So that's where Sasuke and Sakura are? Naruto exclaimed. I told my Kage Bunshins to set off an explosion tag when they found them. An explosion tag? Obito exclaimed, an exasperated expression on his face. Seriously, sometimes. Hey! Now we know where they are. Naruto cried. For that matter, I don't know where that Kage Bunshin who has the Earth Scroll is right now. Problem. Obito's sweat dropped. Still, sometimes I think Naruto doesn't think things through. Oh, who am I kidding? He never thinks things through. Chapter 24, Creepy Snakes, Orochimaru's Test. Sakura and Sasuke looked at the grass Nin in front of them. You want my Earth Scroll, right? The grass Nin smirked, waving his Earth Scroll in front of them. Since you guys have the Heaven Scroll, Sasuke's eyes narrowed. He knows that we have the Heaven Scroll. Has he been watching us for a while now? I have one of our Heaven Scrolls. Naruto has the other. For that matter, where has Naruto gone? The grass Nin weighed the Earth Scroll in his hand, appearing to be considering something. His smirk grew deeper, and he lifted up his scroll to his mouth. And swallowed it. Sasuke and Sakura's eyes widened. What? Now. Let's begin. The grass Nin laughed creepily, swallowing the last of the scroll. The battle for each other's scrolls. The grass Nin placed his hand on his face, and widened his bloodshot eyes. With our lives on the line, Sasuke's eyes widened. What? Sakura, kunai dead. What's happening? Genjutsu? Sasuke kneeled to the ground, Sakura right beside him. No way, just with killing intent. He made us see images of death? Just who is this guy? Sasuke threw up involuntarily. This guy's on a whole separate level from us. He can't be Genin. He took a deep breath, trying to calm himself. It didn't work. If I'm affected like this, what about Sakura? As Sakura? Sasuke stated hesitantly, turning towards Sakura. Sakura was shaking uncontrollably. Tears fell unchecked from her eyes, and she gazed ahead with an expression of pure horror and fear. Sasuke tore his gaze from Sakura. This is bad. This is bad. We have to escape, now. If we don't, we're going to die, the grass Nin chuckled. It appears you can't even move. 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 Sasuke grabbed a kunai, shaking all the while. His Sharingan activated. There's only one way to move. Sasuke stabbed himself in the thigh, quickly grabbed Sakura and raced towards a tree. Kunai hit the ground behind Sasuke, but he managed to avoid them. The two of them sat on a large tree branch. Sasuke and Sakura swayed slightly as an explosion shook the tree. Sasuke-kun! Our Sakura's voice was muffled by Sasuke, who had placed his hand on her mouth. Shush! Sasuke muttered, looking around worriedly. We have to run. We'll get killed if we're found again. But how? Naruto, this would be a really good time to show up. Sakura's eyes widened as she saw a snake slithering down from the tree. Sakura pulled Sasuke's hand off of her mouth. Snake! Sasuke flipped around and jumped off of the branch. Damn it! I was panicking so much I didn't even notice that snake right next to me. The snake jumped at Sasuke, his tail still attached to the tree. Sasuke threw kunai at it, intending to kill it. He then jumped back onto a tree, hiding behind a trunk warily. Then Sakura and Sasuke promptly widened their eyes. From the carcass of the snake, the grass Nin slowly came up, dripping with a liquid of some sort. That's bad, the grass Nin smirked. Prey should always be trying their best to run away, when in presence of a predator, that is. The two of them paled as the killer intent. The grass Nin raced towards Sasuke, but was stopped by a flurry of shuriken. HM? The grass Nin blinked in confusion. Sorry, Sasuke. Naruto crossed his arms, and regarded the scene in front of him with a smug look. I forgot that stupid code word, Naruto! Sakura cried with a smile. Sasuke smirked. About time, dope, team. Naruto snapped back. He jumped down then headed towards Sasuke. So? What's the situation? That is... Sasuke glanced towards the grass Nin. So, Naruto-kun. You defeated that giant snake? The grass Nin chuckled creepily. And now you came to get killed. How nice of you. Hey. Looks like you were picking on the weak. Naruto exclaimed, pointing at the grass Nin. Who are you calling weak? Sasuke retorted. Naruto. There's no way we can beat this guy. Huh? Naruto glared at Sasuke. What are you giving up before we even try? You don't understand. He's too strong. Sasuke cried. He took out his heaven scroll. You. Take this scroll. And leave us. Even with Naruto and I, there's no way we can beat a monster like this. He threw the scroll towards the grass Nin. Naruto's eyes widened and he quickly grabbed the scroll before it reached the grass Nin. What are you? Sasuke started to speak, but was cut off by a punch from Naruto. He fell onto the ground, blood starting to trickle from his mouth. I forgot the stupid code word. But, you're a fake. Naruto snapped. Huh? Obito blinked in confusion. What's that supposed to mean? Sasuke retorted, glaring at Naruto. There's no way Sasuke, the Sasuke I know, is an idiotic coward like you. Naruto cried, glaring fiercely at Sasuke. I don't know how strong this guy is. But if he's some crazy guy like he looks like, what guarantee is there that he'll let us go? I see. Naruto's just annoyed with Sasuke for being such a stupid coward. Obito thought. You're way too panicked to understand the situation. Naruto finished up his rant. Hee hee. The grass Nin chuckled. Hee hee. Hee hee hee. Enough with the crazy laughing. Naruto cut the grass Nin off in annoyance. Hee hee. You're correct, Naruto-kun, the grass nin exclaimed, without missing a beat. What? Sasuke thought in shock. After all, the grass nin bit his finger, drawing blood. He placed it on a tattoo on his wrist. What's the point when I can kill you whenever I wish? You! Naruto's eyes narrowed in anger. Shut up! Naruto jumped to the grass nin. No! Naruto! Run! Sasuke cried desperately. You shut up too! Naruto snapped. You don't even deserve to be my rival, Obito winced. Ooh. Touché. Kuchio's no jutsu. The grass nin called out. A giant snake appeared underneath the grass nin. Obito's eyes widened. The snake summoning contract? The only person who had that was Orochimaru. The last part of the grass nin's face dropped off, revealing his true face underneath. Orochimaru! Obito exclaimed in shock. Luckily, his voice was unnoticed with all the chaos going on. Naruto! Sasuke cried, his eyes wild. Naruto flew up in the air, the snake's tongue hitting his back. He coughed up blood. No! Sasuke muttered. I can't do anything. I'm still so weak. Naruto, you can't eat him. Orochimaru stated. Dream on! Naruto snapped in a gravelly voice. He hit the snake's head, and it slammed into the ground. He glanced at Orochimaru with red eyes. Orochimaru's eyes widened. Of course. Naruto-kun, the Kyuubi child. Naruto fell onto the ground. That's Naruto? Sakura exclaimed. Sasuke simply stared at Naruto in shock. Was Naruto hiding this much? Sasuke-kun, now it's your turn. Orochimaru chortled, jumping towards Sasuke from on top of his snake. Will you be able to do better than that Kyuubi brat? There was an expression of pure terror on Sasuke's face. But even in his panic, he noticed one word. Kyuubi? Sasuke-kun! Sakura cried in fear. Naruto groaned as he got up. That stupid snake guy thing. Sasuke-kun! Sakura cried. Naruto's eyes widened as he saw Orochimaru jump towards Sasuke. That stupid team! What's he doing, just standing there? Naruto raced towards Sasuke at top speed. There's no way I can get Sasuke away in the time I have. At least without me getting hurt. The only thing I can do is... He took a deep breath and concentrated wind chakra to his hands. Like cutting rushing water, a giant burst of wind chakra. Now, Naruto's chakra burst out in a giant wave, just as he reached Sasuke. It hit the snake point blank and caused it to stop. It even caused a cut on that snake's strong and thick scales. Are you alright? You scaredy cat, Naruto said scathingly. He coughed up some blood. What do you think you're doing? You're still hurt, dope, Sasuke cried. Naruto looked up at Sasuke, a trickle of blood trailing down his mouth. I hate you. But you're my teammate. You're my rival, I guess, even if you're a scaredy cat. And you're... Naruto looked up at the trees. He remembered Obito's words. Flashback start. Naruto. Obito stated seriously. What do you think of Sasuke? Sasuke? He's annoying. Naruto pouted. And always beating me. And my rival. Just that? Obito asked. Not your friend? Of course not. We're not like you and Kakashi-sensei. Naruto exclaimed. Obito sighed. Can I tell you a story? Sure. Naruto grinned. There was once two teammates. One was a stuck-up, annoying person obsessed with rules. The other treated his comrades importantly, and disliked the other person. Obito said. One day, the two of them went on a mission. I don't feel like going into the details, but at the end the one that treated his comrades importantly died. Naruto scowled for once. That's a stupid story. What happened with the teammates? They became friends, at the very end. Obito said. That's silly. They should have become friends in the first place. Naruto exclaimed, crossing his arms. Exactly. Obito raised an eyebrow at Naruto. Get it? Naruto's sweat dropped. But that's just a story. Geez, why do you want me to become friends with Sasuke so much? Because the two teammates in that story I just told you are Kakashi and I, Obito stated. What? But you two get along great now. Naruto cried. Exactly. Because Kakashi had the trauma of me dying. Obito said. I don't want that sort of thing to happen to you too, Naruto looked to the side with a frown on his face. Flashback end. You're my friend. Naruto smiled at Sasuke. Sasuke, meanwhile, wore an expression of absolute shock. Yak? Naruto cried as the snake's tongue picked him up. Let go of me. Orochimaru looked at Naruto. Quite something, to be able to scar this snake's scales. But that's as far as you get, Kyuubi brat. Futon, Kaze no Yaiba no Jutsu. Naruto snapped. The wind sword swirled around Naruto and broke open the tongue in a burst of blood. One of them, somehow, managed to stab Orochimaru's leg. Naruto jumped down from the air and landed lightly on the snake's head, across from Orochimaru. Why are you doing this? Naruto snapped. There's no reason to. Reason? Orochimaru chuckled. Hee hee. Do I need a reason to do this? You're hurting Sasuke. And Sakura-chan. Naruto glared at Orochimaru with his red eyes. Of course you need a reason. What sort of person would just injure people for no reason? For that matter, where's your comrades? I don't need my subordinates to defeat you. Orochimaru stated. They're just pawns, anyways. Subordinates? Naruto's glare became even fiercer. Pawns? What do you think comrades are? I won't forgive people who don't treat their comrades preciously. Orochimaru looked at Naruto with slitted eyes. What is it with blondes? They all seem to want to interfere with my affairs, and they all seem to not forgive me, like the yondaime. Orochimaru jumped towards Naruto, grabbing his collar. He winced slightly at the pain in his foot. The Kyuubi seal, Orochimaru pushed up Naruto's blood-stained shirt, and quickly channeled chakra in his fingers to make a seal. 5-pronged seal. A swirl of black lines appeared on Naruto's stomach, over the original seal. He stopped struggling as his eyes turned back to blue, and he fell to the ground. Naruto hit his head on a tree branch and knocked himself out. Obito, meanwhile, was currently hating himself. Hating himself and his spiritual body. Why? Why can't I touch anything? Why can't I help? Why do I just stand there while Naruto is in pain? Sakura squeezed her eyes shut. Naruto. Sasuke-kun. Sure, Naruto's clumsy. Sometimes annoying. And can get in the way. But one thing he isn't. Is a coward. Right, Sasuke closed his eyes. Itachi's voice echoed in his head. Run, pathetic brother. If you want to kill me, run. Hate. Spite. Maybe one day you can kill me, when you face me with the same eyes as me. In order to gain the Mangenkyo Sharingan, you must kill your closest friend. Sasuke's eyes flashed open, Sharingan activated. Naruto, you're a cheerful idiot. He took out kunai and shuriken, and jumped at Orochimaru. I thought my only reason to live was to kill my brother. Orochimaru smirked. Try your best then. Sasuke-kun. Sasuke threw shuriken and kunai at Orochimaru. I lived alone, solitary, to avoid being tempted to gain the Mangenkyo. I spent all of my spare time training to defeat him. Orochimaru dodged the kunai and shuriken Sasuke threw easily. He's reading my movements, but you're still naive. Orochimaru's eyes widened. What? String? Sasuke had attached string to his kunai and shuriken. He placed his hands into a hand seal. Katan, how senka no jutsu, I thought I would never have a friend, someone that I trusted. I didn't want a friend. I felt I would get tempted. Flames flew along the strings and burnt Orochimaru's face. The grass headband peeled off to show the sound headband underneath. But I suppose I didn't have a choice, did I? Naruto? Sasuke smirked. There's no way he can. What? Orochimaru chuckled as the fire slowly burned out. I had fun testing you. Sakura and Sasuke froze as a huge wave of killer intent hit them. You guys really are brothers. Orochimaru narrowed his eyes. I sense power in your eyes that surpasses Itachi's. Him? Sasuke thought in fury. Who are you? My name is Orochimaru. Orochimaru stated. If you want to see me again, survive and pass this exam. He burnt the heaven scroll that he had stolen in his hand. The scroll! Sakura cried. Of course, after defeating my men, the Sound Nin trio. Orochimaru stated, starting to place his hands into a hand seal. What are you talking about? Sakura snapped in anger. We never want to see you again. You hurt Sasuke-kun so much. Naruto so much. Hee hee. Orochimaru chuckled. It won't go that way. The cut in my leg is getting bigger. And bleeding. I only have one chance before I should retreat. He finished putting his hands in a hand seal, then his neck suddenly grew longer and headed towards Sasuke. But luckily for Sasuke, Anko decided to make her appearance right then. When Anko had first found the grass Nin with their faces torn off, she was frozen with pure horror. It was her old sensei's technique after all. Her old missing S-class sensei's technique. She promptly snapped at the other examiners to get the A and BU, and she made her way into the forest. The Forest of Death was a tangled, dark, messed up place. There was a 1 in 1,000 chance that Anko actually would manage to find Orochimaru. In fact, she probably wouldn't have if it hadn't been for Naruto. You see, it was true that there were fights going on everywhere. That meant that there was small bursts of chakra everywhere. But what Anko was looking for was a large burst of chakra for Orochimaru. It was just when Anko was searching for the chakra, when Naruto decided to let out a giant burst of chakra. While Anko could tell that it wasn't Orochimaru's chakra, she figured that she better check it out just in case. It wasn't normal for genin to have that sort of chakra. That was when she spotted Orochimaru about to give Sasuke a seal that still gave her pain. There was no way she would let anybody else go through that pain if he even survived. Orochimaru frowned. Oh, hello, Anko-chan. Get out of the way. No! There's no way I'll let you give this genin a cursed seal. Anko snapped. Oh? And you think that you can stop me? Orochimaru chuckled. I am your teacher after all. I know all of your tricks. There's only one thing to do. Anko smirked. I have to bluff him. I might be able to defeat him by committing double suicide, but I have to protect the genin behind me. I may not be able to, but I am sure that I can stop you enough until the ANBU get here. Anko chuckled. Actually, the ANBU won't be here for a while. If they find this place at all. Orochimaru scowled, thinking. I still haven't gotten my cursed seal on Sasuke-kun. But the cut that the Kyuubi brat gave me is quite serious. I need to retreat in order to get Kabuto to look at it. I cannot afford to get caught here. And Anko-chan seems awfully determined. She probably will be able to stop me enough for the ANBU to get here and to catch me. Especially with that cut in my leg. You're lucky, Anko-chan. Orochimaru chuckled. Just one last thing. If you want power to defeat Itachi, you will have to find me, Sasuke-kun. And Anko-chan? It would be best for you to not stop these exams. Orochimaru shunshined away. Anko sighed with relief and turned towards Sasuke and Sakura. To genin, where's your teammate? Anko asked urgently. Naruto. Sakura murmured, looking around furiously. Sasuke's eyes widened as he took in the sight of Naruto draped on a tree branch limply. Dobe! The two of them raced towards Naruto and took him off the branch. Naruto groaned weakly. Sasuke and Sakura looked at Naruto in worry. Anko walked up to their beaten-up teammate in slight worry. Which one of you is Sasuke? Sasuke put up his hand. Okay. If you see Orochimaru anywhere, run. Run. He may give you power. Anko touched her cursed seal. But the price isn't worth it. Who was that guy? Sakura asked curiously. Orochimaru. Of the Sannin. Anko stated, looking at Sasuke seriously. A.S. class missing nin. Sasuke's eyes widened slightly. Missing nin? He was formerly in the Akatsuki, a group of strong missing nin. Anko explained, regarding Naruto. Your teammate's probably alright. He's got a few minor injuries. Nothing too major. But all in all he simply seems unconscious. He should wake up soon. There was an expression of relief on Sakura and Sasuke's face. I'll be going now. I need to find Orochimaru. Anko narrowed her eyes and jumped into the forest. She glanced back at the three genin for a moment, then blinked. I must be really shaken. To see a person who's been dead for 16 years for a second. Sasuke and Sakura looked at Naruto, then at each other. What should we do? Sakura asked worriedly. Sasuke-kun, we should stay here. Sasuke decided. After all, Naruto's knocked out. Obito looked at the three genin and frowned. Naruto's going to kill me for this. I mean, kill me again, but if I don't say something, Naruto might be killed. It's too dangerous staying here. That's a bad idea. Obito stated. Did you hear something, Sasuke-kun? Sakura asked nervously. It must have been our imagination. Sasuke decided, looking around with narrowed eyes. It was not your imagination. Obito groaned. I'm saying that if you stay here, someone, probably the friends of Orochimaru, is going to find you. Sasuke took out a kunai and narrowed his eyes. Where are you? Sasuke snapped. Obito floated up to Sasuke and spoke right into his ear. I'm right here. Sasuke froze. I'm dead. I can't do anything to you. Obito snapped. But I'll haunt you to the ends of the elemental countires if anything happens to Naruto. What's Naruto to you? Sakura asked in confusement. If you're a ghost or something, my friend. Obito stated. Then Naruto knows about you? Sasuke asked. Yup. Obito said cheerfully. So, who are you? Sakura looked around fiercely, trying to see Obito. I'll tell you later. For now, we need to get out of here. Obito said urgently. We don't know if we can trust you or not. Sasuke narrowed his eyes. You might be a jutsu. Oh yes, a jutsu to project my voice somewhere. I'm doing this so I can kill you all when I could have just stabbed a kunai in your back when I had the chance. Obito said sarcastically. You realize that you can just activate your Sharingan to check? But just in case. During your C-rank turn A-ranked mission, you went to Wave Country. There, you got attacked by Zabuza Momochi and Haku. Oh yeah, and you practiced tree climbing. And there was a bridge builder called Tazuna. Sasuke activated his Sharingan for a second, just to make sure there wasn't any chakra from a jutsu around. There wasn't. Fine. Let's say that you are a ghost, right? Sasuke blinked. Yup, I'm a ghost. Obito exclaimed. But that's not important. Look, we need to get out of here. I'm telling you, that fight you did will bring tons of teams here. Not to mention the friends of Orochimaru. For that matter, I knew Orochimaru was crazy, but I never thought he would become a missing nin. Obito thought. Sasuke grunted, draping Naruto's arm on his shoulder. Sakura, pick up the other side. Sakura nodded and quickly picked up Naruto on the other side. Sasuke-kun, are you alright? You're still hurt. I'm fine. Sasuke muttered, starting to walk forwards. Sakura quickly matched her pace to Sasuke's, Naruto's feet dragging in the dust. An earth scroll fell to the ground from a cloud of smoke. Unfortunately, since Naruto was knocked out, all of the Kage Bunshins automatically dispersed themselves. So, the Kage Bunshin who had the earth scroll dispersed as well. It looks like Team 7 would have to find another earth scroll. Obito looked around. Hey! I think you should stay under that tree. Why? Sasuke grunted, sweat on his brow. He was visibly tired. You're way too tired to continue. We should stop for the night. Obito ordered, crossing his arms. We're far enough away from the clearing where we fought. Sasuke sighed but didn't argue. He was tired, after all. He dragged Naruto over to the slight hollow underneath the tree. He then sat down right next to Naruto. Sakura sat down next to Sasuke and Naruto, as Obito floated towards them. Hey! Those plants are edible! Obito exclaimed, pointing at a small green plant. You know we can't see you? Sakura pointed out. Oh yeah? Obito laughed. So. Ghost. What's your name? Sasuke asked coldly. Don't be so cold, cousin. Obito complained. Sasuke froze. Cousin, nice to meet you. I'm Uchiha Obito. Obito exclaimed with a grin. Uchiha? Sakura blinked. Are you Sasuke-kun's cousin? Well, I'm related somehow. Hey, who are your parents? Obito asked. Sasuke wore a blank expression, hiding his feelings. Mikoto and Fugaku. Oh, them? So you're that annoying Itachi-kun's younger brother? Obito complained. No wonder you're so annoying. Sasuke continued on wearing his blank expression. Obito-san, what do you think we should do now? Sakura looked at Naruto, then at Sasuke. Okay. We need to wait for Naruto to wake up. Obito decided. He should be up by the morning. Then, we need to find a certain Kage Bunshin. A certain Kage Bunshin? Sasuke muttered. Yup. One that has an earth scroll. Obito exclaimed. Well, hopefully. If it didn't disperse. What? Sakura exclaimed in shock. One of the Kage Bunshins Naruto made got a scroll all by itself? According to Naruto, yes. Obito said. But I have no idea where it is, which is why we have to wait for Naruto to wake up. Of course, Naruto might not know either because it might have dispersed. Dobe. Sasuke grunted, looking at Naruto. Oh, he's not the Dobe. He's your friend, right? Obito muffled a snicker. Sasuke froze and looked up at the trees. No, don't be like that. Naruto wants to be your friend. Obito complained. I'll. Sasuke closed his eyes. In order to gain the Mangenkyo Sharingan, you must kill your closest friend. Sasuke clenched his head. No, Sakura blinked with worry, looking at Sasuke. Are you alright? Obito looked at Sasuke as well. The Mangenkyo Sharingan was not known to many Uchiha. But Obito was one of the few who did. You see, since Obito still couldn't get his Sharingan, he spent a lot of time in the Uchiha library. Unfortunately for Obito, the Uchiha library could only be accessed by a Sharingan, and he only could enter it when he had a friend or family member who had the Sharingan with him. But he entered the library and read enough books to learn about the Mangenkyo Sharingan and the conditions for gaining it. It was weird for Sasuke to be this against getting friends. Mangenkyo? Obito asked hesitantly. Sasuke's eyes widened in shock. You know about the Mangenkyo? Mangenkyo? What's that? Sakura asked. Both Obito and Sasuke ignored Sakura. Do you really think you're that sort of person? Obito said rhetorically. If anything, you remind me of Kakashi. Kakashi? Sasuke said in surprise, as in the fact both you are geniuses and like to brood over things. Obito grinned. That doesn't change the fact that you do not know I may want to gain it eventually. Sasuke stated. Nope, I don't. But seriously, do you really think that Naruto would let you do that? Obito glared at Sasuke. Stop worrying. The only sort of person who would try to get the Mangenkyo would be evil. You're not evil. Sasuke glanced at Naruto again. Friends, huh? Well. Sasuke scratched his cheek, which was steadily getting slightly red. I guess he can be my rival to start with. Tiny steps. Obito commented. Well, wouldn't it be good to have someone to overcome? Sasuke scoffed. I'm already stronger than him. Obito rolled his eyes. I'm sure Naruto's steadily catching up to you. Sasuke grunted. Chapter 25. Fighting Teams, Sound Ninja's Troubles. Kabuto kneeled in front of Orochimaru. What is it, Orochimaru-sama? I couldn't get the curse seal on Sasuke-kun. Orochimaru stated, his eyes flashing. What? Why? Kabuto said in shock. Enko-chan decided to get in the way. Orochimaru narrowed his eyes. Not to mention that Kyuubi brat was stronger than I thought. Kyuubi? Kabuto asked in confusion. The Kyuubi brat. Naruto-kun, I believe. Orochimaru explained, his tongue darting out from his mouth. Uzumaki Naruto? Kabuto asked. Kyuubi? Yes. Orochimaru clarified. Can you heal this cut that the Kyuubi brat gave me? Kabuto concentrated green healing chakra towards his hands and placed it over Orochimaru's cut. Are you going to go after Sasuke again, Orochimaru-sama? Kabuto asked. No, it would be a bad idea. Although I threatened Enko enough to probably prevent the end of the exam, any other attempt at placing a curse seal on Sasuke would result in the end of the exams this time. Orochimaru stated. Which is why I want you to observe Sasuke-kun. I have sent the sound trio to his team, but it would help if you watch as well. Very well, Orochimaru-sama. Kabuto said. Sasuke-kun will come to me even without the curse seal. Orochimaru said, his eyes flashing ominously. He needs power, and I am the only person who can give it to him. Sasuke sneezed slightly, rubbing his nose. Are you alright, Sasuke-kun? Sakura asked. Sasuke grunted, leaning back on the bark of the tree. Yes. Still, I wonder if Naruto's going to wake up soon. Sakura wondered, looking at Naruto. The sun's come up. Naruto made an undecipherable noise, and his eyes blinked open. Sasuke? Sakura-chan? Naruto! You're awake! Sakura cried with relief. Don't make us worry, Doe. Sasuke muttered in annoyance. But he was obviously relieved as well. See? I told you that he would wake up in the morning. Obito exclaimed. Naruto froze, looking at Obito. Oh, Obito? Yes, we know about the ghost. Sasuke stated. It explains why you're strong. You've been trained by an Uchiha. Naruto twitched, getting up from his lying down position. Whatever, team, I still think all Uchiha other than me are stuck up little. Obito retorted, then muttered something under his breath. Sasuke blinked. I guess I know where your attitude towards the Uchiha comes from. You're still stuck up. Naruto muttered. Even if you aren't as bad as I thought. Naruto, Sasuke-kun. I'm sorry. Sakura said, looking to the ground. I couldn't do anything. Don't worry about it, Sakura-chan. Naruto grinned, looking at Sakura. You're trying to be a medic nin, right? Yes. Sakura, it's fine for you to help us after we fight. Sasuke stated. Sakura. Medic nins can't always help people fight. Obito said. Especially against really strong opponents. Rin was annoyed because of that a lot. But if you improve your ninjutsu and taijutsu, eventually you'll be able to fight as well. Who's Rin? Sakura asked in confusion. Obito's teammate. Naruto grinned. Kakashi-sensei was on Obito's team as well. And his sensei was the Yondaime. Sakura smiled slightly. I guess. You're right. Anyways. Naruto smiled in annoyance. Why did you tell Sasuke and Sakura-chan about yourself, Goggles? Don't call me Goggles. Obito complained. You're wearing my goggles too, I said it before. They're your goggles, right? Naruto pointed out. Now explain. Hey! You try staying quiet for hours at a time. Obito retorted. It was boring. Plus, you shouldn't keep secrets from your teammates. Naruto looked at Obito skeptically. Kyuubi and Kakashi knows. Obito exclaimed, not realizing what Naruto's pointed stare meant. And he's my only living teammate. Not including you guys, then you consider me your teammate? Naruto asked. Obito's sweat dropped. Why do I have a feeling this is heading towards a bad direction? Maybe? Obito muttered, because you still haven't told me who my father is. Naruto smirked. Obito twitched. Anyways, Naruto. Sakura cut off Obito and Naruto's argument. Obito-san said that one of your Kagebunshin had an earth scroll. Oh. All of my Kagebunshin dispersed. Naruto explained, scratching his head. What? Sakura cried. Dobe, as usual. Sasuke retorted. Team. Naruto retorted back. Then he suddenly remembered what he had said to Sasuke last night. Naruto looked to the side, scratching his cheek in embarrassment. You can forget everything I said yesterday. Yeah? Sasuke muttered. Obito crossed his arms in annoyance. I am not letting you pretend that you did not say that Sasuke was your friend. Sasuke and Naruto twitched. Come on. Sasuke accepted you as a rival while you were unconscious, you know. Obito grinned. Sasuke flushed slightly. Really? Naruto blinked, looking at Sasuke. Whatever, we need to go. Sasuke got up, brushing off leaves from his pants. Wait a second, team! Naruto complained, getting up as well. Obito put his head in his hands and shook his head. Geez. Don't you think that they should get along, Sakura? Sakura blinked, then smiled. Yes, I suppose. Maybe Sasuke-kun will get along with me as well then, Obito sighed. I forgot she was a fangirl. Sakura started walking towards the backs of Naruto and Sasuke, her imagination going wild. And then, we'll become friends and then, Kia! Team 7 made their way towards the tower, breaking branches left and right as they walked through the tall and ominous trees. So, what should we do in order to get an Earth Scroll? Sakura wondered out loud. Let's just wander around the tower and wait for a team to attack us. Naruto grinned. That'll be fun. Obito rolled his eyes. Sasuke grunted, looking around carefully for any teams. They continued on walking in the forest, making a whole lot of noise. Ino, Shikamaru, and Chuji were walking in the forest when they spotted Team 7. Shikamaru gestured to Ino and Chuji to stop. The two of them leaned in to listen to Shikamaru. Okay. Shikamaru whispered. The main danger is Sasuke. I'll try to catch him with my Kage Shibari, shadow binding. After that, it'll be easy enough for you and Ino to take care of Naruto and Sakura. Of course. Forehead's no match for me. Ino exclaimed quietly. Naruto was the dobe, after all. It'll be pretty easy. Chuji said. Don't underestimate him, Chuji. Shikamaru narrowed his eyes. I've seen his tests at the academy once. He seemed to do the same thing as I did, but more extreme. I made sure to get average marks. He got every single question wrong. Once, I saw him training. He's definitely not just the dobe. He's more than he seems. If you say so, Shikamaru. Chuji said with a frown. I don't think he'll be much of a challenge, but I'll be careful. Shikamaru nodded and placed his hands in a hand seal. Sasuke narrowed his eyes and jumped to the side just as a shadow reached out its arms towards Sasuke's feet. What? What? Sakura clasped her hands together and looked around in confusion. Naruto quickly grabbed his kunai and threw them towards the place the shadow came from. Ino, Chuji, and Shikamaru quickly scattered. Sasuke grunted, looking at Team 10. Which scroll do you have? Ino and Chuji looked at Shikamaru. Earth Scroll. Shikamaru answered, retracting his shadow. Woohoo! Freeze scroll! Naruto exclaimed with a grin. Ino twitched. What do you mean, free scroll, you dobe? Hey! It's bad enough when Sasuke calls me that. Naruto complained. Why does everyone call me the dobe? Because you didn't try in the academy, dobe. Sasuke crossed his arms. Team. Naruto retorted back, putting his hands in a hand seal. Anyways, let's hurry up and get the scroll. Ha! With 2 dead weights, you can't get our scroll from us even with Sasuke-kun. Ino cried. Naruto wore an annoyed expression on his face. Sakura-chan, do you want to fight her? 'Cause she's getting on my nerves. I understand your feelings, Naruto. Sakura sighed. Ino pigs always like that. Sakura looked at Ino in worry. If Naruto or Sasuke fights her, it'll be done in 5 minutes. 2 on second thought. But, you don't have a choice, Sakura. Sasuke stated. You should fight Ino. I'm sure you're strong enough to defeat someone like her. Hey! You didn't have to be like that. Naruto cried. Oh, whatever. Futon, Kaze no Nawa no Jutsu. Wind rope technique. Ino and Chuji blinked in confusion. Nothing's happening. Shikamaru quickly jumped away. Chuji! Ino! Get out of the way! Wind techniques are invisible. Huh! Chuji blinked and jumped to the side quickly. Meanwhile, Ino and Sakura moved to the side, losing sight of the fighting boys. Chuji! Shikamaru cried, leaning towards Chuji in worry. Katon! Sasuke stated. Sasuke! How could I had forgotten about him? Shikamaru quickly flipped around urgently. Gakakyu no Jutsu. Sasuke finished. Great fireball technique. Shikamaru dodged the fireball, just to be caught by Naruto. Hi, Shikamaru! Naruto grinned as he placed his wind chakra-powered hand on Shikamaru's neck. Who has the scroll? Shikamaru groaned. Great. Just great. Chuji! Attack Naruto! Shikamaru cried. What are you talking about, Shikamaru? If I do that. Chuji left his sentence unfinished. This is Naruto we're talking about. Shikamaru rolled his eyes. There's no way he could do anything to one of his friends. Naruto twitched. Sasuke sighed and walked up to Shikamaru. He regarded Shikamaru with a cold expression and placed the kunai at his throat. The dobe might not be able to. But I can. Sasuke retorted, pushing the kunai on Shikamaru's throat. A drip of blood trickled down. Hey! Don't call me dobe, team! Naruto complained, still holding on to Shikamaru to make sure he didn't escape. It's your own fault for not trying in the academy. Sasuke said automatically. Shikamaru's eyes narrowed. Not trying? Anyways. Sasuke leaned into Shikamaru. Who has the scroll? Shikamaru looked at Sasuke's eyes. He's serious, as expected of the Rookie of the Year and the stuck-up Uchiha. I'll definitely get in trouble if I don't tell him, and I can't rely on Chuji to get to me before. Shikamaru stole a glance at Naruto. He seemed queasy and annoyed. I still can't exactly rely on Naruto. He is on a separate team, after all. Even if he considers me his friend, I'm sure he wouldn't argue with knocking me out then searching for the scroll. Luckily, it's Chuji who has the scroll, not me. Shikamaru looked at Chuji, who wasn't doing anything, simply looking at Shikamaru. If I refuse to say who has the scroll, both Chuji and I will probably get knocked out. There's a possibility that Chuji may manage to escape, but not with me incapacitated. Therefore, in both cases if I refuse, or if I comply with Sasuke's orders we lose the scroll. Best to give them the scroll now. That will leave us with a chance of not being knocked out, and to get the 2 scrolls later. If we give you the scroll, will you guarantee that you'll let us go? Shikamaru asked. What are you saying, Shikamaru? Chuji exclaimed. Sasuke thought about it for a second. Fine. But Naruto will leave a few Kage Bunshins here to make sure you don't follow us. Don't say I'll do things without asking, team. Naruto complained. But I guess I will. Will you disperse the Kage Bunshins after you get far enough away? Shikamaru asked. Of course. Naruto grinned. Okay. Shikamaru nodded. I don't know about Sasuke, but I'm sure Naruto will keep his word. Chuji, give them the scroll. Shikamaru stated. Why? Shikamaru. Chuji frowned in confusion. Do you trust me? Shikamaru asked. Chuji hesitated. This is Shikamaru we're talking about. I'm sure he has a plan. And I trust him. He's in a bad situation as well. He took out an earth scroll from his backpack. Chuji looked at it in hesitation, but walked up to Sasuke. He looked at it again. Let Shikamaru go first. Chuji snapped. Don't worry, Chuji. Naruto grinned. I promise to let Shikamaru go. Chuji looked at Naruto's face. I think I can trust Naruto, at least. He handed Sasuke the earth scroll, and both Naruto and Sasuke promptly let Shikamaru go and stepped back. Kage Bunshin, Naruto said, creating a few Kage Bunshins. They headed over to Shikamaru and Chuji and watched them. Come on, team! Let's find Sakura-chan. Naruto grinned. Dobe. Sasuke retorted, stuffing the earth scroll into his backpack. Sakura looked at Ino. Ino looked back at Sakura. I've been wanting to fight it out with you for a while, forehead. Ino smirked. Same here, Ino pig. Sakura smiled. Just a second. She took off her headband and looked at it hesitantly. Her eyes then narrowed in determination. She placed the headband on his forehead. Ino smiled. I see. She placed her headband on her forehead as well. The two of them got into a taijutsu stance. Sakura jumped at Ino, jabbing at her several times. Ino blocked the jabs, sweat appearing on her forehead. Was Sakura this strong? Sakura, on the other hand, was smiling slightly. This is easier than I thought. Ino scowled and jumped back. There's only one thing to do. I thought I could beat Sakura in a one-on-one taijutsu fight, but if this continues I'll lose. I have to find a chance to use Shintenshin. Ino placed her hands in the unusual hand seal used for the mind-body switch technique, or Shintenshin. Sakura looked at Ino and frowned. I should avoid getting caught in that. She jumped from side to side, always avoiding staying in one place for too long, but her long hair was to be her downfall. It got caught in a thorn bush, restricting her movement. No! Sakura thought in shock. Ino chuckled. It's over, forehead. Shintenshin. A kunai flew from the trees and cut Sakura's hair slightly, just enough for her to escape. Sakura-chan, are you alright? Naruto called, jumping down. HN. You shouldn't have butted in, though. Sasuke muttered. I thought we were going to watch. Yeah, but Sakura-chan was in trouble. Naruto complained. And we've got the Earth Scroll already. He waved around the scroll in his hand. Ino stared at the scroll in shock. No way. Sasuke-kun, you defeated both Shikamaru and Chuji. Naruto gloomed. Sasuke. Sasuke always. Sasuke rolled his eyes, pulling Naruto back up. Stop acting like that. It's your job to be cheerful, though. Whatever, team. Naruto smirked, placing the scroll in his bag. Ino looked at Naruto, then at Sasuke. Are Shikamaru and Chuji alright? Sasuke gestured behind him. Go and see. Ino glanced at Sakura. This isn't over, forehead. She ran into the forest towards Shikamaru and Chuji. Sakura looked at her cut hair and sighed. It's crooked. I'm going to have to fix it later. She put her headband back onto her head. Come on, Sakura-chan. Sasuke. Naruto grinned. Let's get to the tower now, whatever dobe. Sasuke said, looking up at the trees. Let's hurry up and go. That's what I said. Naruto retorted. The two of them started to run. Sakura let go of her hair, and quickly followed them. Sasuke-kun, Naruto. They're always leaving me behind. Don't forget about Sakura. Obito called towards Sasuke and Naruto. Naruto and Sasuke twitched in embarrassment and stopped. Hurry up. Sasuke stated. Sorry about cutting your hair, Sakura-chan. But you were about to be hit by some sort of jutsu. Naruto apologized. So, let's go. Sakura looked at her cut hair again. There's no way that I can get it back to normal. I'm going to have to cut it more. It's crooked, after all. But Sasuke-kun likes girls with long hair. Sakura frowned. Although she was still infatuated with Sasuke, she had toned down a lot. She was less. Sasuke-kun, look at me. And more, I need to become a better kunoichi. Even if she still was at least 40% Sasuke-kun, look at me. But she still had to place her kunoichi skills first. Sakura took out a kunai in hesitation and placed it on her hair. Sakura-chan? What are you doing? Naruto blinked in confusion. HN? Sasuke grunted. Are you going to cut your hair? Obito exclaimed. What? Naruto cried in shock. Sasuke blinked. Are you going to take your shinobi job more seriously? Pink hair fell to the ground, scattering among the dead leaves on the ground. You look good like that. Naruto grinned. Now that's over with, let's go. Obito said, crossing his arms. Sakura twitched. I just did a very important thing here, and you're just going to shrug it off. She clenched her fist and hit Naruto on his head. Why me? Naruto complained, nursing his bump. Ha ha! Sometimes having a ghostly body is good. Obito grinned, nodding sagely. Naruto twitched. Kin kicked a rock. This is stupid. Where is that idiotic Uchiha Sasuke? Sokka looked around in annoyance. How are we supposed to do Orochimaru-sama's task if we can't even find him? Dosa continued on walking forwards, following Team 7's tracks. We just have to find him, then. And kill him. Yes, but we can't find him. Kin exclaimed in annoyance, playing around with the saban. Calm down. It's only a matter of time. Sokka said. We lost the trail for a bit, but we found it again. Kin muttered, kicking another rock. Chuckling came from the trees. Who is it? Kin exclaimed, throwing saban in the trees. Kabuto jumped down swiftly. Hello, sound trio. Kin withdrew her saban. Oh, it's you. Kabuto. What are you doing? Orochimaru-sama told me to observe you. Kabuto stated. But it appears you're having trouble just finding Sasuke. We're doing just fine. Dosa retorted calmly. Yeah. Zaku exclaimed, taking a step forwards. There was a cracking sound. Zaku picked up his foot in worry. Oh. I think I stepped on a snake. A snake? Kin exclaimed. What do you think you're doing? What if Orochimaru-sama finds out? Kabuto shook his head in exasperation. Orochimaru-sama, will these idiots manage to even test Sasuke? Dosa looked at the creature under Zaka's foot. That's not a snake. That's a scorpion. Oh, a scorpion. Zaka sighed with relief. Then he realized what Dosa had said. Wait. Scorpion? He stepped back and blew the scorpion to bits with his arms. Isn't that overkill? Kin raised her eyebrow. Maybe. Zaku admitted. Kabuto pushed up his glasses. You were looking for Sasuke? We don't need your help. Dosa stated. I'll get in trouble as well if you don't do your job. Kabuto said. That's a lie. I suggest you give up on following Sasuke's trail and simply go to the tower. And why's that? Zaku snapped. Because that's where everyone's headed. Kabuto sighed. Now I'll return to observing you. He jumped into the trees again. Naruto peeked at the tower door from the bushes. What should we do? Naruto whispered. Not sure. Sakura whispered back. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea just to go there. Obito whispered. There's at least 100 meters of clear grass. Someone must have set a trap. Not necessarily. Sasuke muttered. Naruto, send one of your Kage Bunshins there to get blown up. Blown up? Naruto exclaimed quietly. What are you assuming that my Kage Bunshin's going to get blown up? Team, HN, whatever dobe. Sasuke grunted. That's actually a good idea. Obito murmured. Oh, fine. Naruto muttered. He put his hands in a cross seal. Kage Bunshin. A Kage Bunshin looked at the three genin in annoyance. It made its way into the clearing. He poked his tongue out to them. Definitely your Kage Bunshin. Obito laughed. HN, Sasuke grunted. I agree. Whatever, team. Naruto retorted. Goggles. Don't call me Goggles. Obito complained. Just then, an explosion lit up the faces of the arguing ninja. Dust fell down around Team 7's shocked faces. Thank goodness we didn't walk on that explosion tag or something. Sakura cried. I got the memories of walking on that, you know. Naruto pointed out in annoyance. It was an explosion tag. 3 genin jumped down into the clearing. One was a blue-haired boy, another was a red-haired girl, and the last was a great purple-haired boy. Waterfall, huh? Sasuke muttered, looking at the sign on their headbands. Oh, so that's what that sign is. Naruto exclaimed. One of the genin smirked. Come out. I know you're the Ri. What should we do, Obito-san? Sakura cried quietly. Why do you turn to Obito? Naruto complained. You barely know him. I'm older than all of you. Obito pointed out matter-of-factly. I technically have the most experience. Also, I'm the Chunin, I guess. Naruto admitted. We can do it by ourselves. Sasuke stated. We shouldn't get help from you. What the team said. Naruto exclaimed, clenching his fist. Let's just fight them. He stood up from the bushes, leaves falling from his head. Oh, you're the person who made that bunshin? The blue-haired waterfall genin commented. Well then, Futon Deit no Jutsu. Naruto retorted. Wind style, great hand push technique. A swirl of wind flew towards the waterfall genin. The 3 of them scattered as the wind flew in between them, fighting all of a sudden, The blue-haired waterfall genin raised an eyebrow. You're quite hot-headed. Sasuke got up as well. Dobe. Well, let's hurry up and defeat these people. Suiton, Mizu no ya no Jutsu. The blue-haired genin called out, forming a hand seal. Water style, water arrows technique. A flurry of arrows flew towards Naruto, formed from the water from a bottle the genin had taken out. Futon, Fudate no Jutsu. Naruto quickly formed a hand seal. Wind style, wind shield technique. The water arrows splashed harmlessly on the air. You think that stopped us? The great purple-haired genin scoffed. He took out a rather large water bottle. My turn now. Suiton, Suiken no Jutsu. Water style, water sword technique. A water sword appeared in his hand, and he charged at Naruto. Sasuke looked at Naruto in exasperation. Is he more idiotic than you? More idiotic than you mean? Naruto retorted. Can I fight them by myself? HN. Do what you want. Sasuke grunted. I'm not interested in weak people. Okay. Naruto grinned and quickly blocked the water sword with a kunai. So you blocked the sword, huh? The genin smirked. You're better than ITH. The genin fell to the ground as Naruto quickly made his way behind the genin and hit him on the head. So, who's next, huh? Naruto blinked in confusion. 2 scrolls flew towards Naruto, and he swiftly caught both of them. What are you doing? Take these scrolls. Just let us go. The female genin cried. There's no way we can beat someone who beat the strongest of our team by himself. Naruto's sweat dropped. He pointed at them, then looked at his teammates. What should I do? Sasuke shrugged. Obito frowned and looked at the sky. Sakura blinked in surprise. Keep your scrolls. Naruto threw the scrolls back. We already have our scrolls. Just let us into the tower. Sure. The other genin nodded fiercely. That Bunshin. Kage Bunshin, it seemed like, let off most of the traps, unfortunately. No chance of them getting exploded. We're lucky it was a Konoha ninja we fought. Anybody else would have just taken our scrolls and left. The 3 sound genin headed into the clearing close to the tower. Okay, now we can wait for Uchiha Sasuke. Sokka smirked. He better get here soon. Kin muttered. I'm sick and tired of waiting. I want to hurry up and finish Orochimaru-sama's task. Dosa looked around the clearing with his eye. His other eye was covered by a bandage, after all. He leaned down and picked up a blue-black hair. We're too late. What do you mean? Sokka cried. Dosa picked up another hair pink this time. He inspected the area some more. Uchiha Sasuke and his teammates has already passed here. Dosa muttered in slight anger. I recognize these hairs, and this kunai that's dropped here is obviously Konoha made. Are you kidding me? Kin exclaimed. She walked up to Dosu. No way, it's true, Dosa stated. He walked into the clearing, Kin and Sokka following after him. We've failed. Sokka muttered, serious for once. Orochimaru-sama. Orochimaru-sama is going too. I know. Kin muttered as well. There still might be a chance, for Dosu turned around to Sokka and Kin. Just then, there was a small noise under Sokka's foot. Oh just gee. The explosion brought curious stares from various teams across the forest. Kabuto coughed slightly. Good thing I wasn't that close to the explosion. I managed to heal most of my minor injuries. I better inform Orochimaru-sama that the sound trio failed. Chapter 26. Second exam conclude. Suspicions aroused. So, what should we do now? Naruto wondered out loud. Obito-san, are you there? Sakura asked. Obito pouted and crossed his arms. Naruto looked at Obito while rolling his eyes. He's just being annoying. You can see him? Sakura blinked in surprise. Yeah. Naruto blinked back. Of course, Naruto. How long has the ghost been with you? Sasuke demanded. Why do you want to know? Naruto said, looking at Sasuke from the side of his eyes. Sasuke grunted. Obito's face moved out of a pout for a moment. Oh, it came out. The Uchiha catchphrase. Can be used in any situation, he said sarcastically. Sasuke narrowed his eyes slightly. Are you sure that you're an Uchiha? Obito sighed in annoyance. You might not know, or remember, but it's not like all Uchiha were stuck-up geniuses. I mean, it's not like all Uchiha were shinobi, either. Sasuke blinked. There were plenty of average Uchiha. Even though there wasn't any completely weak Uchiha, at least after they activated their Sharingan. Obito shrugged. The Uchiha liked to look down on Uchiha shinobi who hadn't activated their Sharingan yet. Like me? Well, I activated it at the very end after all. Kakashi got my eye. Kakashi? Sasuke caught onto the last phrase. The Sharingan eye Kakashi has is yours? Yes, it is. What? You thought he stole it from someone? Obito smirked. Sasuke twitched. Anyways, I'm shutting up now. Obito looked at Naruto with an amused expression. This is your Chunin exams, right? Figure out what to do by yourself. He closed his mouth. Well, it's actually more like I have no idea what to do next. Naruto scratched his head. Hey, there's something right in there. Without heaven, Sakura scanned the scroll quickly. I think it's telling us to open the scrolls. Okay. Sasuke, take out the earth scroll. Naruto grinned, taking out his heaven scroll as well. Sasuke threw up the earth scroll in his hand. Been there, done that, dope. Team. Naruto retorted, placing his hand on the scroll. Obito leaned in with interest. Now! Naruto cried. Both Naruto and Sasuke pulled the scrolls open at the same time. Sasuke looked at the scroll and his eyes widened. He quickly threw the scroll away. Naruto! Throw away the scroll, Naruto grinned. What was that you said? Been there, done that? Touché. Obito commented. Sasuke looked at the heaven scroll and earth scroll on the ground and scowled. Dope. Smoke rose from the two scrolls, gradually showing a silhouette of someone. Naruto rubbed his eyes. That's Iruka-sensei. True to his words, Iruka was the one who appeared in the smoke. Hello, everyone. Iruka smiled cheerfully. He glanced at his stopwatch, and his eyes widened. 45 hours, 32 minutes, and 10 seconds? Less than 2 days? That's amazing, hee hee. Naruto grinned, scratching his head. We bumped into Shikamaru and Chuji's team, so it was easy for us to get a scroll. So we pass? Sasuke asked. Yup. I'd like to take you all for ramen. Wait, I can. Iruka blinked. Genin who finish early are allowed to go back to their house until the time limit is over. But first of all, yay! Naruto grinned and jumped towards Iruka. He hugged him. Hey! Naruto. Iruka sighed, but he didn't seem too annoyed. Listen to what people say until the end. Naruto let go of Iruka and jumped back to Sasuke and Sakura. You're a hyperactive dope. Sasuke muttered. You have way too much energy, whatever team. Naruto rolled his eyes. Wait. Iruka-sensei, the scrolls were set so you came from it, right? What would have happened if we opened it during the exam? Sasuke nodded, looking at Iruka. I was wondering that as well. If you had opened it, I would have knocked you guys out for the duration of the exam. Iruka smiled. Naruto cried in shock. You wouldn't have really done that, would you? It was my orders, after all. Iruka scratched his head in slight embarrassment. I would have done it, even if I didn't like it. But Naruto started to complain about one of his favorite people possibly knocking him out, Nez-sensei. Sakura cut off Naruto's annoyed rant in the bud. What does that paper up there say? There's some writing missing, but Obito glanced at the paper. Oh, the Chunin motto. I remember that. I guess Iruka's going to explain it to Naruto and his friends. He yawned as Iruka finished his long explanation. Naruto, I'm worried about you as well. Iruka frowned, creases appearing above his scar. I'll be fine, Iruka-sensei. Naruto exclaimed. But, Iruka said, see? Sasuke looked at Naruto. If you had just tried in the academy, we wouldn't have to bother with this. Tried? Iruka narrowed his eyes. What do you mean, Naruto looked to the side guiltily. That is, the dobe here, Sasuke said sarcastically, is almost as strong as me. I'm stronger than you. Naruto retorted. Dream on, dobe. Sasuke muttered. Iruka's eyes widened. What? What? You don't know a thing about Naruto's strength. Iruka looked at Naruto's guilty face. Is that what Kakashi meant by that? I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't hiding it from you, sensei, but I mean. Naruto's eyes clouded, as he appeared to remember something bad. The villagers don't like me very much, not like Sasuke. Sakura frowned. What does Naruto mean about that? Iruka's eyes softened. That's true. I can't blame Naruto for wanting to keep his strength a secret. Anyways, you mentioned ramen, right? Naruto grinned cheerfully. Let's go to Ichiraku's. Obito rolled his eyes. Ramen junkie, you're obsessed with ramen, Sasuke stated. I am not, Naruto retorted. Iruka smiled at the 4 kids in front of him. Wait a second, 4? Iruka shook his head fiercely and rubbed his eyes. There was only 3 kids in front of him. Hallucination? Oh. I'm not going crazy, am I? Enko kneeled in front of the Sandame after she had explained what had happened in the Forest of Death. Kakashi, who had been called because Team 7 was his team, was leaning against a wall behind her. I see. The Sandame murmured. He's after Uchiha Sasuke. Yes. Enko nodded. He also mentioned that he didn't want the Chunin exams to end. The Sandame frowned, puffing on his pipe. A ring of smoke floated off into the air. I hate to do what my old student wants, but I suppose we should continue the Chunin exams for now. This is an international event, after all. Enko nodded. But, Hokage-sama, what if Orochimaru succeeds in placing a curse seal on Sasuke? Kakashi put in his opinion. We cannot cancel it simply because of Orochimaru. The Sandame decided. The Chunin exams will go on. Enko looked to the ground but didn't argue. This is a bad idea. Orochimaru has a plan, and, Enko-sama. A monitor in the room they were in switched on. Uchiha Sasuke, Uzumaki Naruto, and Haruno Sakura are the 7th, 8th, and 9th genin to pass the second exam. Already? Enko blinked in surprise. There's sure a lot of people passing this year. They are my team after all, Kakashi said proudly. The Sandame puffed on his pipe again. Kakashi, can you bring the 3 of them here? I wish to hear what happened before you arrived. Kakashi nodded and stood up. Very well, he shunshined away. Any, Iruka-sensei. Naruto grinned, sitting in the Ichiraku ramen stand. Can we get anything? No, Iruka said sternly. You can get a normal-sized bowl. One normal-sized bowl. I know how much you eat, Naruto. Ah. Naruto complained. Ichiraka no asen, one miso ramen please. Got it. Young girl, boy, what would you like? Ichiraka asked with a smile. My name is Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke stated, putting his hands together. Ichiraka's eyes widened slightly. Oh, so you're the Uchiha. I thought that I saw you before. He looked at Sasuke with a critical eye. So, you're the boy Naruto dislikes. Ichiraka commented. Naruto twitched, scratching his cheek in embarrassment. Sasuke grunted. The feeling's mutual. You're my friend, Sasuke twitched. I mean, the feeling of dislike is mutual. Not the other, even if I said he could be my rival. I don't really dislike him as much anymore. Naruto admitted reluctantly. Anyways, what would you like? I said with a smile. Sasuke glanced at the menu. Beef ramen. Sakura looked at the menu as well. She frowned. Everything looks so high calorie. I pointed to a certain ramen on the menu. I recommend this salt ramen. Compared to the others, it's much more low calorie. She is a girl after all. Even if she is a kunoichi, Sakura blinked in surprise. I guess I'll have that one then. Sakura-chan, you were worried about the calories? Naruto grinned. You're pretty enough without taking a diet. You should worry about nutrition. Sasuke retorted. Really? Sakura blinked. You'll just burn off all the calories while you train. Kakashi commented, holding his Aika Paradise book. Ah. Kakashi-sensei. Naruto exclaimed, flipping around. Hello, Kakashi-san? Irika stated in slight embarrassment. I really didn't know a thing about Naruto's strength. Kakashi wasn't a jonin for nothing. He noticed Irika's facial expression. So, Naruto was stronger than you expected? Kakashi said absent-mindedly, flipping a page in his book. Irika rubbed the back of his head. You were right. I guess as their current sensei, you know them better. I'm not like the villagers. Kakashi murmured. Then his voice grew louder. Anyways, Team 7, can you come with me? The Sandaime wants to see you. Irika, I know it's your job to stay with them and make sure they get to the third exam in 3 days, but I'll take care of them from now on. Irika looked at Kakashi in hesitation. Come on. Naruto complained. No ramen. Are you coming? Kakashi smiled, flipping his book closed. The 3 genin and of course, 1 dead shunin, Obito followed Kakashi into the Sandaime's office nervously. Sit down, you 3. The Sandaime smiled reassuringly at the nervous genin. You're not in trouble. I just want to ask you a few questions about something. What is it, Sandaime Gigi? Naruto asked, brusque as usual. Questions about what? Sakura stared at Naruto. Seriously, he's always so disrespectful towards Sandaime-sama. I wonder why Sandaime-sama doesn't complain. The Sandaime smiled at Naruto's antics. Then his face grew more serious. You fought a ninja in the Forest of Death. I believe he was disguised as a grass nin. His name is Orochimaru. We fought him. Sasuke stated, his eyes narrowing. He was strong. He tried to bite Sasuke. He was like a snake. Sakura exclaimed. Her face grew paler just recalling of the experience. Naruto frowned. He crossed his arms, appearing to think about something. Orochimaru. Orochimaru. Naruto exclaimed suddenly out of nowhere. Yes, I believe we made that clear. The Sandaime smiled gently. Naruto is sometimes slow to catch on to things. Dobe. Sasuke muttered. Team. Naruto retorted back automatically, glaring at Sasuke. Then he turned back to the Sandaime. Orochimaru was one of the possible Yandaimes. But since he didn't become the Yandaime, he became a missing nin. I read it in a book somewhere. Sakura blinked. You really know a lot about anything to do with the Yandaime. Naruto grinned, rubbing his head in embarrassment. Thanks, Sakura-chan. Well, Yandaime-sama is my idol, after all. The examiner mentioned him being a S-class missing nin. Sasuke commented. The Sandaime nodded at Naruto's explanation of Orochimaru. It was slightly simplified, but it had the basic idea. Still, I'm sure any father would love to hear that their son considers them as their idol. But Gigi, why is someone like that in the Chunin exams? Naruto asked in confusion. The Sandaime coughed, looking to the side. Anyways, what happened during the fight? The same thought ran through everyone's minds. He's avoiding the question. Answer the question. Sasuke said in annoyance. Sasuke, Hokage-sama is your superior. Kakashi stated. He is under no obligation to answer that question. He smiled. By the way, That applies to Naruto and Sakura as well. Naruto twitched. Sakura looked at the sandaime. She opened her mouth, slightly hesitating. In the fight, first Orochimaru let off amazing killer intent. Naruto was somewhere else, so it was just Sasuke-kun and I. I couldn't move at all. Sasuke-kun couldn't either, but he cut himself in the knee so the pain let him move again. The sandaime nodded. As expected of the Rookie of the Year, then Sasuke became a coward. Naruto retorted. Sasuke twitched. I did not. Yes, you did. You tried to give one of our scrolls to him. Naruto exclaimed. Sure, he's a Kage-level missing nin, but still, I didn't know that. Sasuke muttered. Anyways, I fought Orochimaru and beat him up. Naruto grinned. Wrong. Sasuke retorted. You fought Orochimaru, then got pushed to the ground. Naruto ignored Sasuke. And then, since Sasuke couldn't do anything, I blocked Orochimaru's attack and protected him. Obito rolled his eyes. Talk about not knowing about being humble. And then you said Sasuke-kun was your friend. Sakura exclaimed. The two boys twitched. Kakashi smiled. Have the two of you finally understood the virtues of being comrades? No way. Naruto and Sasuke retorted in unison. Then they promptly started glaring at each other. Sakura sighed and finished up the story. That's around when the examiner appeared. There's something that bothers me, Sasuke muttered, looking up at the sandaime. That grass-kneeing Orochimaru, he called Naruto the QB brat. That paled the faces of everyone except for Sasuke and Sakura. I think you misheard it, Naruto said nervously. Sasuke looked at Naruto's nervous and sweating face. You're hiding something. I am not, Naruto stammered. He glanced at Kakashi and Obito desperately. Give me an escape route. You were quite agitated. Kakashi came to Naruto's rescue. I think it's likely you misheard. Sakura blinked. Does Naruto has some sort of connection with the QB? My mother, she always said to stay away from Naruto. She always insulted him, hating him from the bottom of her heart. I always thought it was unfair towards Naruto, even though he was annoying. My father was even more angry and hateful towards Naruto. But what did Naruto do to deserve that? Sasuke frowned. There's nothing to be gained by continuing this conversation. I'll ask Naruto more about it later. Anyways, is that all you need, Sandaime Gigi? Naruto quickly said. Yes. You may go, the sandaime stated. I do hope that his teammates don't find out. Come on, let's go. Naruto grinned briskly and headed out the door. Naruto! Wait a second! Sakura cried, racing after Naruto. Sasuke grunted, following Sakura and Naruto out of the door. Kakashi bowed to the sandaime, then made his leave as well. Kakashi watched two of his students interrogate Naruto. They were in a training ground close to the village, as they wanted a private place to do the interrogation. We're your teammates, aren't we? Sakura asked. You should tell us. No, Naruto stated. You're being awfully untalkative, aren't you? Obito commented, rolling his eyes. Geez, why don't you tell them? I don't think they'd hate you. Why would we? Sasuke muttered in interest. It looked like Obito wanted Naruto to tell Sakura and Sasuke about the QB. He agreed. Though, they would figure it out sooner or later with the hints he was giving them. Wait, what? Kakashi dropped his Aika Paradise book that he was reading in pure shock. You four. Kakashi smiled. Don't you have something to tell me? Naruto blinked. Oh yeah? Sasuke and Sakura know about Obito. Kakashi kneeled down and picked up his book, dusting it off. And? Why didn't you tell me before? Naruto laughed nervously. I never knew that Kakashi-sensei's eye smile could be so scary. There wasn't a chance, Sasuke stated. Yeah, Obito exclaimed. How were we supposed to tell you in the time we had? I mean, around 1 minute or something? I guess you're right, Kakashi admitted. His eye turned back to normal. Anyways, Kakashi. Sasuke turned his gaze towards Kakashi. Are you ever going to call me sensei? Kakashi asked in slight annoyance. I taught you the leaf crumpling exercise. That wasn't useful, Sasuke said simply. Give it up, Kakashi. Obito rolled his eyes. He's not going to ever call you sensei, even if you teach him the Chidori, probably. Kakashi amended. You know about Naruto's secret, right? Sasuke inquired. If I tell you, I'd get executed. So I won't. Kakashi smiled and went back to his book. What? Sakura exclaimed. So, it doesn't apply to someone who's already dead, Sasuke noted. Ghost. What is Naruto's secret? You better not tell them, Goggles, Naruto retorted. His glare could burn through metal. Does it have anything to do with Jinchuruki? Sasuke asked, narrowing his eyes. And the fact his eyes turn red sometimes? Jinchuruki? Naruto said in confusion. Kakashi looked up in surprise. Where did you hear that? Zabuza referred to Naruto as Jinchuruki. Sasuke explained simply. So, Ghost. What exactly is Naruto's secret? Not saying anything. Obito stated. Sasuke looked at Naruto and frowned. Is Naruto the Kyuubi reincarnated or something? Naruto froze. He blinked once and turned around. He headed towards the village without a word. Wait, Dobe. Sasuke quickly walked up to Naruto, trying to stop him. That was a stupid guess. But I didn't think he'd take me that seriously, unless he isn't really the Kyuubi reincarnated, is he? I'm going to Ichiraku's. Naruto muttered, pushing Sasuke aside. Sasuke-kun! How could you say that to Naruto? Sakura exclaimed in shock. Sure, Naruto shouldn't have taken it that seriously, but you shouldn't have said that either, Sasuke grunted. I know that, Obito sighed. Since you'll guess the wrong thing if you don't know. Fine. I'll tell you Naruto's secret. What? Why all of a sudden? Sakura said in confusion. Because of what Sasuke said. Obito explained. Sasuke scratched his cheek in embarrassment. But, Sasuke-kun, I've got 3 conditions. Obito grinned. Sasuke narrowed his eyes. Don't call me that. 3 conditions. Obito repeated. 1. You call me Obito-san from now on. 2. You call Kakashi-sensei from now on. 3. You don't tell anyone about the secret. HN? Sasuke grunted in surprise. Those are good conditions. Kakashi smiled, flipping a page in his book. I especially like the second. But are you sure you should tell them? Of course. If they blame Naruto for it, then they don't deserve to be his friends. Obito said, annoyed. Sakura blinked. Obito-san's definitely not giving us any more hints. Sasuke, on the other hand, frowned. Calling the ghost Obito-san and Kakashi-sensei? I don't care about the last, but the first 2 are annoying. Obito-san, HM? I suppose he is an Uchiha after all. And older than me. So, I suppose the first might not be too bad. But calling Kakashi-sensei? Well, I suppose I just have to make sure I don't have to mention Kakashi by name. Or the ghost. Fine. I accept those conditions. Sasuke muttered. First, call me Obito-san and Kakashi-sensei. Obito grinned. Sasuke twitched. There's no way Naruto'll tell me. And I can't figure out what it is. It's not like Naruto is the Kyuubi's son or the Kyuubi reincarnated or something, is he? And I'm really getting curious to know what sort of secret will result in an execution if it's told. Obito-san. Sasuke muttered, even more inaudible than usual. Kakashi. Kakashi. Is it really that hard to call Kakashi-sensei sensei? Sakura asked Sasuke. You can do it, Sasuke-kun. I want to know what's so horrible that Naruto doesn't want to tell us, sensei. Sasuke retorted. Kakashi-sensei, did you get that down? Obito asked with a grin. Kakashi took out a tape recorder from his pocket. He smiled. Definitely. Why do you always carry that around anyways? Obito rolled his eyes. There's no point to. I keep everything on me at all times. Kakashi said matter-of-factly. Except for a kitchen sink. How can you say that with a straight face? Obito asked rhetorically. I said it. Sasuke muttered. Now hurry up and tell us the Dobe's secret. I can't believe that Kakashi tape recorded it. Naruto has the Kyuubi sealed in him. Obito blurted out quickly. What? Sakura blinked in surprise. Could you repeat that? Clarify. Sasuke said, narrowing his eyes. Kyuubi sealed in him? See, long story short, Minato-sensei the Yondaime couldn't defeat the Kyuubi. So he had to seal it into someone. Obito explained. I'm not familiar with seals, but I think it had to be sealed into a baby or something. So since Naruto was born on the day Kyuubi attacked, he had the luck to be the one picked. Oh, okay. Sakura nodded in confusion. He's not the Kyuubi or anything, right? Of course not. Obito stated, rolling his eyes. Sakura looked at the sky. Then she gave a slight smile. There is no way that the almighty evil Kyuubi can be Naruto. First things first, the Kyuubi wouldn't be this cheerful, but I guess that's why Naruto took the Kyuubi reincarnated comment so seriously. I see. Sasuke placed his hands together. Then why would we hate him? Because most of the villagers do. Obito informed them matter-of-factly. And most of the villagers think Naruto is the Kyuubi reincarnated. Sasuke twitched. Now do you see why he took your comment so seriously? Obito asked. Sasuke grunted. Now. Kakashi looked up from his perverted book. Why don't you correct the misunderstanding with Naruto? He said he was going to Ichiraku's, right? Come on, Sasuke-kun. Sakura smiled and grabbed Sasuke's arm. She was delighted to have an excuse to hold on to Sasuke. Sasuke was dragged rather unelegantly out of the training area and into the village. Naruto sat down on the bench at Ichiraku's and grinned at Ichiraku. One miso ramen. Oh, hello Naruto-kun. I smiled. Your teammates aren't with you. Naruto looked at the beaten-down counter in slight sadness. If they knew, I'm sure that they would hate me. After all, Sasuke already thinks that I'm Kyuubi. Everyone hates me, except for a few people. Sakura and Sasuke think I'm annoying. Learning that Kyuubi is sealed in me will only add to it. Naruto! Sakura cried from behind Naruto. Naruto twitched and turned around. Don't surprise me like that, Sakura-cha. Sakura hit Naruto on the head. Why didn't you tell us? Sakura exclaimed. Don't you trust us? Naruto froze. You know, the ghost. Obito told us. Sasuke explained. That stupid goggles. Naruto muttered. Now I'm asking you again, don't you trust us? Sakura cried. Did you really think that we'd hate you? Turned her head to the side in confusion. Although she was 3 years old when the Kyuubi attacked, she was too young to know of Naruto's Jinchuriki status. Ichiraku, on the other hand, knew perfectly well of Naruto's tenet. Which is why he understood the conversation perfectly. He smiled. I'm glad Naruto's making friends that don't care about the Kyuubi. Naruto's mouth was open in a wide O. He was shell-shocked. He probably did. Sasuke grunted. Okay then. Sakura smiled. Then the only thing I'm annoyed about is the fact you didn't tell us. She lifted up a fist again and hit Naruto on the head. I didn't learn till the Genin exams. Naruto was brought out of his shell-shocked status by Sakura's fist. He quickly made his excuses. And it wasn't like we were that close at the start too. Sakura smiled again and promptly hit Naruto on the head again, making a second bump. Dope. Sasuke retorted. Stupid as usual, team. Naruto shot back, nursing his bumps. High and mighty as usual. Ichiraku placed a ramen bowl in front of Naruto. He smiled. Would you two like some ramen as well? Sasuke and Sakura glanced at each other and shrugged. They sat down. After Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke had finished their ramen, they promptly made their way towards the training area. Kakashi and Obito were waiting. Then, they explained what happened. Well, that went well. Kakashi smiled. And since I didn't say anything, it's not my fault and I won't get executed. One question. Kakashi Sasuke stated. Then he noticed all of the pointed looks at him. As sensei. What's Naruto's relationship to the Yondaime? Obito and Kakashi froze and started sweating. What makes you think that Naruto's related to the Yondaime? Obito stammered nervously. He was technically eternally 13, and eternally a Chunin. He couldn't mask his emotions that well. Yes. There's no reason to. Kakashi said. His emotions were masked with years of experience, and an actual mask. The only sign that he was agitated was a single small drop of sweat above his visible eye. After all, Kakashi was a Jonin, and 27. A genin named Kabuto said that Naruto looked like a Namikaze. Sakura explained. Just ignore that. Obito suggested. I agree. Kakashi nodded, smiling. Was Naruto's mother a Namikaze? Sasuke asked. Huh? Mother? Obito said in confusion. He often said things without thinking. Sasuke's eyes narrowed. So it's his father who was the Namikaze. Obito sweated even more. How can I sweat this much even though I'm a ghost? Obito, keep quiet. Kakashi smiled scarily. Obito paled and shut his mouth. Kakashi-sensei, do you know who my parents are? Naruto asked. No. Kakashi lied. He looked up at the darkening sky. It's getting late. The next part of the Chunin exams isn't for around 3 days. Rest and get ready. I'll meet you tomorrow in the usual spot. Wait, Kakashi-sensei, Naruto called out. Kakashi disappeared in a swirl of leaves. He escaped. Sasuke commented. Sasuke-kun, do you really think Naruto's related to Yondaime-sama? Sakura asked. Perhaps. Sasuke muttered. Naruto shook his head. Of course I'm not related to the Yondaime. That's silly. He turned around and put his hands in a ram's seal. If this works, it'll be so cool. Shunshin. He disappeared in a swirl of leaves. Sasuke and Sakura sweat dropped. Was he trying to be cool? Sakura asked. Probably. Dobe. Sasuke scoffed. Since when did he know Shunshin? Kakashi taught him. Anyways, I'm heading to Naruto's apartment. Since he left me behind. Obito sighed. See you tomorrow, then? He turned around and walked away towards the village. There was what seemed to be a flash of light, and in it, the back of a blue coat with an Uchiha insignia appeared for a moment. Sasuke rubbed his eyes. What was that? Did I see the ghost for a second?